This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life.
Gonna be fabulous! I shit and there was no toilet paper, so I just took a shower.
Well, there's a year in therapy if you Google it real quick.
The mole sauce that Brooke makes is a vegetarian.
You got another guy staring down your dirt star for a couple hours.
How the fuck is having a clean asshole weird?
How you doing, fellas? How are the hot dogs?
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
I was deciding what shoes to wear to a radio show.
You cannot go cheap when it comes to Ross.
Oh yeah, out the diaper, up the back.
I fell in the toilet and I had to take a shower afterwards.
You guys need to get your shit together.
I hate you guys. You're terrible.
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
In our early shows, our formative shows, I think we would have gone up, gotta start over.
But now we're live on YouTube and we can't do that kind of thing.
What is with that buzzing?
Huh?
What's with that buzzing
What buzzing?
in the intro?
It's just I don't know, my computer just...
Is this your this computer here?
Yeah.
Oh.
It just... I
So
don't know.
it's coming out of the PC, that's why.
It just went to buzz. I'm not worried about it. Are you worried about it?
No, I don't care.
All right, episode 40, off to a great start. Jesus Christ.
We officially don't give a shit about the quality of this show.
Yeah, if I'm sniffling into the mic too, it's gonna be bad, man. My allergies. I finally got over that cold, but the allergies are now just taking over and ruining my fucking existence. So, and we always forget to say this to our guests. Is you got to get like right up on these mics, like right up on them. Make love to them.
This one, not as much.
Got all up on it.
Yeah, that one you can be a half inch back. That one, you like your beard should almost be touching it.
So I gotta make out with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to give it a little fuzz.
Would you like to introduce our
Give it a little
guests?
ticket. We have Irish Terry Conklin
Hello, hello.
and Art Parent. It's Parent, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Art Parent from the Hyde Park Paranormal Hunters. Okay. The reason why
do not do the Chip impression.
it's not it's not Chip, it's Ted Scheckler.
Oh yeah.
Jim Norton from I don't know if you guys know Opie and Anthony or anything. He does a character called Ted Scheckler.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And he did a ghost thing. And he kept saying panoramal. And Jim Norton ruined the fucking word for me. Like I can't hear paranormal without thinking panoramal immediately after.
Understandable.
So, I'm actually going to have to be checking myself.
You did it when you were making the post before. Panoramal.
So Hyde Park Paranormal Hunters.
Very good.
Check them out on Facebook. We're considering it's the time of the year, my favorite time of the year, Halloween. These guys actually do legit fucking paranormal investigations. You guys are still operating, right? Or just not at the capacity you once were?
Not at the capacity we once were.
Okay. That's Terry, by the way.
Hi.
I want to get everybody straight on who's who. So,
right.
What do you want to do? Do you want to do the drinking stuff? You want to get
I'm just drinking Tito's vodka and getting shitty.
I'm drinking Doc's pear cider. It's delicious.
Did you show your present to the YouTube?
That's right. And Adam made me this. I'll show it to my guests first. World's worst co-host. It's an
amazing.
a mug he made in ceramics.
Yep. And it's baby poop green. Can they see it? I don't know. You probably can't read it.
It's pretty dark. You probably can't read it, but it's wonderful and it's working just fine. Cunt.
Yeah.
Sorry, my
his headphones are up.
Gotta watch the wires, man.
Yeah. Well, we do a little segment here, guys, that we gotta. This is a big one, so
this will be you doing. What are you drinking? Because you've got something there.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm drinking Tito's vodka, which is a very good, affordable vodka.
It's delicious.
It's a great for mixing. You can even do a martini.
Did you guys bring booze? No. Okay. We got Doc's Draft. That's what I'm drinking. Pear hard apple cider by Doc's. They're out of Warwick, New York. Local guys. Warwick Valley Gin they do. They also do something else. Black Dirt Red, I think, is their wine.
Haven't had it.
It's fucking delicious. The best. If you like hard ciders, that's the best one, period. You know, even though it's a pear, it's the best. So.
What do you got against pears?
They taste fucking funny, man.
They
taste
the graininess, isn't it?
You know, I'm going to have to quote a really terrible movie. I have to apologize. City of Angels with Nicolas Cage and Meg Ryan.
Oh, God.
She says that a pear, in the movie, she said a pear tastes like sugary sand. I almost jumped off the couch and screams, "Yes! That's why they taste like shit!"
I met
It's a
we should
texture
ask Joe
thing.
because Joe used to always when Sherry used to work at Bath and Body Works, he always used to try and eat all like the hand creams and stuff because they smelled so good. I imagine like that pumicey hand cream that they have.
Yes, that's what it
that,
tastes like. It's just like a sugary sand. It's got a great flavor, but it's so mushy and sandy that I can't eat it. Anyway, we usually do a thing called corrections and omissions. I'm telling you this because I know you didn't listen to the podcast. Art?
No.
No. Will you listen now?
I will now.
I like to go in cold.
I like to yell, okay.
I don't like warming up first. I just like to start the cornholings fresh.
Well, we like to do a little bit here called corrections.
We really thought that the listenership would go up when we got on iTunes. The truth is we just don't know.
We have plateaued. We had one little spike because all of Mike Shishmanian's tattoo friends watched 98 views or whatever, and he and I saw him later on, and he was like, "Nah, 50 of those were me." But we like to do a little thing called corrections and omissions. This week we got a bunch. Jason Fulham, is that Jay? Is the Jay that we always talk about? He said that Erin Anderson, that sideline reporter that we were talking about, her name is actually Erin Andrews, and Brett Favre didn't send dick pics to her. He sent dick pics to Jen Sturger.
All right.
So we completely fucked that up.
You did. I had nothing to add.
Right.
I just said Brett Favre is a gem of a human being.
And from Ollie Gallo, the guy who had the wedding last week, Benedict Cumberbatch played Khan in Star Trek Into Darkness.
Did you get that wrong?
I didn't know his name. That was Mike.
Mike was trying, and then he started naming off the Khan from like the movie.
Ricardo Montalban.
Yeah, Ricardo Montalban. Son of a bitch! Everybody knows this fucking guy but me.
He was also in the
He's got the greatest name in acting history.
Ricardo Montalban. He was also in the first Naked Gun movie.
Who was he in that?
The guy that programmed everybody.
The main bad guy?
Yeah. The one that got crushed by the steamroller. That's the same guy. God! It's the same guy.
He likes East German men.
Sure, why not?
In the movie. Also, Ollie wanted to add. We have corrections, omissions, and additions today.
Ooh.
We were talking about time travel movies last week.
I thought of like 6 after that.
I bet I guarantee you didn't think of this one. Black Knight with Martin Lawrence.
Oh wow!
Never
That's funny.
Heard of that? Is that he goes like back into medieval times or whatever?
Yeah, and he lasts the entire 2-hour movie without them fucking crucifying him and burning him alive because he's a black guy in the
there
middle
was
of fucking
fucking Kid in King Arthur's Court. That's one that I thought of. You remember that? That came out in the early 90s.
Oh yeah, it's the same kid from Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, he was in American Pie, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thomas Ian some.
See, I'm not good with that at all. I'm like the guy from.
Well, Ryan should know. I'm like a music movie buff. I rattle off actors and musicians. Like, who the fuck's that guy? Like, how do you not know who this is? He's in everything. Name one thing.
I can recite fucking like.
I
was going through that.
I actually know people. Like, I quoted Ted because I just couldn't think of any other way to describe it. Who's Samuel L. Jackson? Did you ever see any movie ever? He's the black guy.
I forgot that joke. That's a great joke. So, the real reason why we're here is fucking you guys. This is cool. This is like, remember
this is like it's our second like actual legitimate guest.
Yeah.
Like they're here for a reason.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not just, well, I guess Mikey was here for a reason, but like he just.
No, Mike was here for a legit reason. You know, we wanted to like it was like a business. It was like an actual, community. Like they have something to do with the community. Every other time it's been Scott and she who shall not be named and Amy and Joe, stupid LaFortune, and pulling him back in.
Being somewhere for a reason, that's a sensation altogether new to me. I'm kind of digging it right now.
That's nice because I'm usually told to go away. So
Well, you're a pretty frightening dude at first.
I'm a giant dude.
I was like, whoa, that's a big guy. Big, scary, bearded
At
man.
first, most people that meet Art first are like, and it was like, no, really, go over and talk to him. He's like, hey, how are you? I'm like, that's it? Like, what am I going to do, eat you?
I didn't run into you in alley at first, so you know.
Yeah.
Things are different.
All right, so explain to me, because I know Dick about this paranormal research.
Panoramal research?
I'm going to say it. I have to say it.
Just do it. If it, you know what, it's your show. Say whatever you want,
like
man.
a Tourette's tick now.
It is.
Yeah.
Fuck!
Well, it's like whenever I hear the word chip, I go, what's that? It's fucking or anyway, I could go on and on. But
Profoundly affected
You
your
do
life.
you do whatever you gotta do there,
So-
Big Earn. It's up to you.
Paranormal Activity, the movie.
Oh God, you're gonna lead in with
no,
that.
Hang on. Scared the shit out of me, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Go for it.
It's because the ghosts frighten me out of all like the horror genres. The paranormal, the spirits, like the Babadook, the fucking The Conjuring, shit like that, just terrifies the shit out of me.
Because you can't fucking shoot at it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can't fucking hit it in the head with an axe.
Yeah, I like zombies.
No, you can't.
Not scared of it at all.
Nope.
Perfectly manageable threat.
Freddy Krueger, hilarious movie.
Yeah.
Hilarious movie, Nightmare on Elm Street. You know,
I mean, that one kind of freaks me out too because you can't really shoot at him either. You know.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know, sleep deprivation.
And
whatnot.
he can make you think that he's anybody, so you could actually be shooting your own mother and not even realize it.
Yeah.
Gets inside your head.
That's true.
Yeah.
You might have turned me. Maybe I'll go back for another watch.
A little scary.
And I think it was the newer one, they actually explain, like, when people try to stay up, you kind of hit a point. I think it's like it's after 72 hours or so,
but
you actually
they
approach
called it,
insanity.
They called it something, and it was
Not
they called
that.
it like a micro dream, which
Micro
is a
nap.
micro nap. It
Yeah,
was
it's a micro
just
nap.
a completely made up thing.
Of course it was.
Because I think I was in the movie theater and I looked it up on my phone.
Yeah,
It sounded so fucking stupid.
But once you hit a certain point, like if you're up for enough hours, you're like legitimately insane.
You do start hallucinating and I had a pretty bad sleeping disorder in high school. Like probably through college, I still have sleep problems. We're not getting into that. We've done it before. Night terrors. It's awful. But there'd be times I didn't sleep for 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
3 days is really where you hit a wall where you're gonna fall asleep standing up.
Yep.
It's physically impossible for a person to really stay up more than 7 days. Like you'll have a seizure and die.
Yeah.
I did see something. The record is like 9 or 10 days, and the guy had a seizure.
No shit.
But in the last like few days, he was having full on hallucinations.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
So
wouldn't be good.
As scared as I am of like, you know, ghosts and spirits, I absolutely do believe in them. Some people do, some people don't. I'm like incredibly fascinated with it. Like I've never had a real like solid panoramal experience where I said that was a fucking ghost. That was a fucking ghost. And I've always wanted to in the worst way. Just like I wanted to have that, like I want to touch the etheric plane, as Ray Stantz said.
Well, we've talked
never
about
studied.
like we've talked about it before. Like if I had a different mindset, I would be saying that I have. You know what I mean?
I guess
because
yeah.
the shit that I see when I'm like half asleep, you know, like most like Jenna and Jackie all the time. Oh well, you're just clairvoyant. I just rolled my eyes in the back of my head. No, I have a sleeping disorder. It's called night terrors. It's a documented medical condition. You know, come on.
So, explain to me what the fuck you guys do. Because I don't fucking know. I really don't. Like I've seen stuff. Like I've seen
Can I give you my preconceived notion?
Go for it. That might actually be a really nice
Yeah,
jumping off point.
because that's where I'm coming from with this.
Go for it.
The thing, like I have never watched any of these ghost hunter shows because it's one of those shows you don't have to watch it. When they find something, it'll be on the news.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And if anybody
like
is
that
gonna
Bigfoot fucking show, that would have been on the news before the show even aired. It takes 10 months. It takes 10 months to edit together a show that they've been filming for 6 weeks. and then put it on the air. You don't think that would have leaked and gotten to the news, the fucking news crew, or the crew that was filming it? Like, we fucking saw Bigfoot. You know, we have video of it. You know, they can't keep an X-Men movie in the can. Give me a break. So that's where I'm coming from with it. I've never watched those shows, even though I think that it would be really interesting, because they never find anything. They find things that make you think that maybe they might find something someday. And then there's also all of those Science Channel shows that are just fake.
So you would be considered a non-believer?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, you're not, or no, yes, you are a
no,
non-believer.
I'm not a non-believer. I haven't seen anything to lead me in that direction. I'm
okay.
open to the idea. I would love I would love some proof of the afterlife. That's great. Death scares the shit out of me. I'd be very excited to have some proof of an afterlife. I believe in an afterlife. I think it's kind of, well, just because energy doesn't die, it just changes into something else, and we don't know what happens to the electrochemical energy in an animal. We don't know.
Well said. Well said.
So
Agreed,
that's what I got.
Well
That's what I've got scientifically.
I must concur. This amuses me.
Yeah.
So yeah. So was that your preconceived?
Yeah,
notion?
that's where I'm coming into it, as I want to believe, but I've just never seen anything.
That's fair.
Yeah. That, and I'm like a Photoshop fucking wizard, so like so much stuff that you see on the internet is just fake.
This motherfucker showed me some shit on Photoshop, and I don't believe a goddamn thing I see. Any picture you see on the internet is fucking fake until unless
you've taken it yourself.
It's
wow.
fucking
don't
fake.
do that shit ever again.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen since
haven't seen each other in years.
Since college.
Finishing each other's sentences.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get into that.
We
too.
will.
So
all right.
we'll
Well,
save it
you
for
know
the
what?
break,
We
but-
all. I think initially it was the four of us.
Yeah.
We all came together because we all had, over the course of our lives, we all had a conglomeration. I guess that's a fair word. A conglomeration of not necessarily paranormal, but paranormal and spiritual. Woo! Just occurrences that, like, because you're not there, there's no other way to just make you understand. Like, one of my first ones, my great grandmother, when I was 8, died in my bedroom of stage 4 pancreatic cancer. She went to the hospital. She said she had pain in her side, and they went, and the doctor basically said, "What the fuck took you guys so long? Like, there's nothing we can do for her now. She's 91 years old." So they sent her home, and I moved into my basement, and she took over my room, and about a month later, she died.
Holy shit.
And my mom asked me to leave, but I'm a boy and I'm 8. My mom really couldn't get me to do much of anything. Still can't. Sorry, Mom. But I had my ear against the door, and I remember when she was on her way out, she always told me when I was younger that when you are dying, people that you love will come back to bring you. And she started talking about her sons, both of which had passed on at this point years and years ago. And she was asking them to hurry. She would just say, "Oh, hurry, over and over and over again." And then she started talking about my grandfather, my mother's father.
Mm-hmm.
And she would say, "Can't you see him, dear? He looks so handsome in his suit." And my mom knew that she was on her way out.
Mm-hmm.
So fast forward maybe 7 or 8 months or so, I'm back upstairs, and you ever feel somebody sit down on the bed that you're in, and you kind of feel like the little whoop, like you roll with the indent? Well,
yep.
I rolled, and I looked around. I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
It was kind of bizarre for 8 years old. Like, what the hell is that? And I look at the foot of my bed, and my grandmother is sitting there, just not malicious, just kind of like making sure she had my undivided attention, which at 8, that definitely had my undivided attention. And over the course of the next 12 years or so, she would appear and do random things. Like, if I left a mess downstairs, it would be cleaned up. If I left my guitar out, it would be put in the case. And my father was more of a slob than I was, so I knew goddamn well it wasn't him. Sorry, Dad. No, I'm not. Sorry, not sorry. But over the course of all of those years, I was being shown what to do and how to handle myself, because when I was 22, there was a rather sizable explosion within my immediate family, and my family split up pretty quick.
Uh-huh.
And she was making sure that I had all the tools that I needed to be the one that everybody leaned on, because everybody leaned on me for everything, in particular my younger brother.
Yeah.
And I guess it's one of the few strengths I have, really. But I guess it's a strength that I've kind of hung on to, because whenever there's loss in my family, everybody is, mourning and moping. I'm that asshole that stands there. Do you remember when Nanny called Dad 17 times in one afternoon, and he's like, Ma, she'll come get you when she gets you. Stop calling here. I'm changing the number.
That's what I was saying last week. My grandmother, she passed, and that's how I was at the funeral.
I'm
just kind of like
it's my inner Mel Brooks. I can't grieve with tears. I grieve with, do you remember this shit? And I tell some kind of bizarre story.
Yeah, me too.
Even when my father died in July,
my first
I was
reaction,
standing looking at him like, do you remember how every time we went anywhere, Dad would just disappear and like leave us standing? Like, where'd Dad go? I was like, oh, he's over there.
Yeah, my first reaction when somebody tells me something terrible is,
what the hell is that?
Child,
it's an Amber Alert.
It is an Amber Alert.
I'm not laughing at the Amber Alert.
And look, my phone is do not disturb. That's
yeah.
I guess we should.
All right, so for anybody watching on YouTube,
sorry to stop.
Walton, New York, Amber Alert, license plate GMB3617, New York plates, green Pontiac G6 4-door.
Ooh.
Might want to repeat that, because...
Oh, it's gone. Do you have it on yours? I already hit the button.
So did I.
If you're that interested, you could just hit rewind on the old YouTube.
Oh, wait, hang on.
Did it come back?
Maybe.
Maybe not.
It's a new phone. I don't know.
But like I was saying...
It's gone.
That
was creepy, though.
My first reaction...
Poorly timed.
My first reaction always is to make a fucking joke. Like, to talk shit or whatever. I don't know why. It just is. That's what's deep down, and it just... I feel it like flooding up. Like, oh, well, at least, I can't... I'm not going to improv something about somebody dying now.
Don't
a
do
funny
that.
thing about that,
Don't
what
put
I mean?
that shit in the atmosphere.
And we talked about it last week. It's just... It's how... I think it's how most people want to grieve, but they feel like they can't because of pomp and circumstance.
Right.
It's like we were talking about the kayaker or whatever. Her doing a cartwheel on fucking Instagram doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, because you do all kinds of different. People react in different ways.
It's like
different
if somebody who I was close to tomorrow died. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like I'm not gonna check my Instagram.
Right.
That's going to be something I'm going to do to distract myself.
Yeah.
It doesn't take away from it. It doesn't make me an asshole.
Yeah.
Right.
It just is. So.
But what was really, I can't even say that I find it shocking now, but with all that going on, as a child of 8, I just remember being intensely not afraid at all. Like, it was just because I knew who it was. I had seen Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol. I know what a ghost looks like. When you can see through somebody, it's probably not the acid, especially since I'm 8.
That was a weird fucking pull. Mr. Magoo's Christmas special.
You're welcome.
Christmas what? Carol?
Yes, you're welcome.
Jesus, I'm not watching that, so I don't know why you're welcoming anything.
Nice.
So okay.
So that's just one in particular instance, but all of us had.
There are so many things I could talk about, but I don't want to get sidetracked now.
Yeah.
Oh, no. It's
maybe when Amy comes in, she can tell about my last night terror.
Well,
you guys will like it. It's scary as shit.
All right. Somebody's having some sort of experiences in their house they can't explain. They call you guys to take a look at it. What the fuck happens?
Well, I mean, really depends upon what's going on.
Uh-huh.
I mean, a lot of people, oh, my curtains move. It's like, all right. Congratulations. I mean,
yeah.
Turn your heat off.
Turn your heat off. Look, your AC's on, so your curtain's gonna move. You have a draft in your window. So the lights go on and off. All right. Is your switch loose? You got some, is your fuse box malfunctioning? You got loose wires.
All right. So you vet them a little bit, and you're not just packing up your shit. I'll be right over.
Nah, it's like try to get the whole entire lowdown of what's going on with the situation.
Yeah.
I mean, we take everything they say, listen to it, of course, And then just trying to figure out whether or not we can go, okay, this is a figment of your imagination, or, maybe something is going on. Won't say definitely if your house is haunted or not.
Right.
Yeah. There's like hours of shit you need to go through. So.
Well, bottom line, what we try to do is when we get an email or a Facebook message or whatever it is that we get, we when we show up, we have them walk us through where they've experienced things, where they've seen stuff or felt things, and oh, you know what? We should probably tell the best debunk we've had. The chick that sold me my car.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Remember that freak show?
Yeah, go with that.
That one was a good one.
All right, we'll start with debunking and get into the real shit.
Yeah. Well, this is what we do. Like we have pieces of equipment that I wish I had my stuff with me because I could show it to the camera and be like, look, this is what we use. It's really real stuff.
Rather than losing a couple $100 worth of equipment.
I didn't lose it. It's at an ex's trailer that I can't get to right now. Fucker.
Once again, you lost it.
It's not lost if he knows where it is.
That's true. I didn't lose it. I just.
Well, how do you know she still has it?
He no longer has it.
So there you go.
I didn't lose it.
You don't know if it's still there.
No, it's like that.
I just didn't bring it. I just didn't bring it.
But like,
with me.
if someone says like, "Hey, it's in my house and it's only going to be there for 24 hours," and you don't get, that's not like losing it. That's you no longer have it anymore. You know what I mean?
It's that whole possession is 9/10 of the law shit. But anyway,
you gave it away. Just say we gave it away.
Charity.
Donated it to an ex.
It's gone.
She was curious anyway. All right, so we got an email from the woman that sold me my car because I left her my business card for the group because it's I leave them everywhere.
Yeah. Unlike us, where we just forget. I forgot stickers.
I remembered stickers this time.
I don't remember the name of the show.
But, every other fucking time, it's just like, I forgot stickers.
Don't you have stickers?
No, I'm all out.
How do you not have stickers?
I keep forgetting to ask you to get more.
All right. Well, tomorrow when I order the headphones from B&H, I'll order more sticker paper and I'll make more.
There you go.
All right. So you.
All right.
You
So
give her your card.
she was telling us that she works all hours of the night because she sells cars. She'll get home at 11 o'clock at night sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And when she would come in her front door, they lived in like a condo development, and the building she was in was a duplex. It was a joined two condo thing.
Mm-hmm.
So she
like a town, like they shared a wall, like a
townhouse.
Yeah.
I remember taking 20 minutes to try to find the place.
Oh God, it took fucking forever. Middle of goddamn nowhere.
I'm just thinking of the episode
It's like,
of The Office when Michael.
Was it like it's like in the? It was like out in the ass end of Walden. Like there's nothing out there. Like there's Walden and then trees.
I remember
and
getting to the
84.
complex and standing around for 30 minutes trying to find the door.
Oh God, that pissed me off too. It's like fucking Get Smart. Like where's the door? It's somewhere. Right now you're very cold.
You have the strangest fucking pulls
I know,
I've ever
right?
heard in my life.
Dude,
Get Smart.
It's been too long.
How old are you?
32.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
cultured,
You
fucker.
should not be talking about Get Smart.
Anyway.
I'm an old soul. Sorry.
I'm cultured.
I used to watch Get Smart
With
when I
his
was like
shoe
Thank
phone.
you.
when I was like 9.
Who throws a shoe? I mean, really.
Well, because I had sleeping problems even back then, so I'd be at a sleepover at my friend Larry's house. They'd have been asleep for 4 fucking hours, and I'm up at 4:30 in the morning watching TV Land.
You watching Get Smart and fucking Gilligan's
Get Smart.
Island and shit?
I never liked
Skipper.
Gilligan's Island, but I watched Mr. Ed, like that one, and Bewitched.
Even as a kid, I was like, this is bullshit. This is fucking terrible.
Fucking poor horse.
So you find the townhouse.
So we finally find the portal into her dwelling, and she had just had a baby. She had gotten married like the year prior, and she would always come home and she would feel like this intense fear, like somebody was looking over her shoulder, standing directly behind her, and she would literally run up the stairs. And she feels that there was just something not right. So she asked us if we would come out. So we went out there. And using the K2 that we don't have, but it picks up on electromagnetic energy back and forth. It picks up like it used to. If you put your phone in front of this thing, if it's searching for internet signal, it will start spiking. The closer it gets to red, the more intense the electricity is.
I just have a quick question.
Go for it.
Is that something that has like some sort of industrial capability, like another purpose? It's been repurposed for what you do.
Electricians use it a lot to find
wires in the wall,
to find like wires and
so it's just an
like boxes
amped
and
up
things
version
like
of that. That's what I was picturing because
it's kind of what it is.
It's measuring the electromagnetic field that stuff puts out.
Most probably half the stuff that we were using, you can probably find in an electrician's toolbox. Yeah. Like nothing that we use is reinventing the wheel. It's stuff that's readily available.
Yeah, so that was just the question that I had. Is this would you consider this like a high end thing?
Not really.
Not really.
No.
Okay.
I mean, you can probably find them cheaper in Home Depot than you can find at the Ghost Hunter store on
the Ghost Hunter
on the interwebs.
Yeah, I went to one in New Jersey.
That's a real thing.
There's a legit
there's a legit Ghost Hunter store. There's a store in Jersey, and you can go online as well at www.gofuckyourself.com.
Yeah, that's
anyway. So
right.
we go there, and Art had the brilliant idea of, well, it's at the bottom of the stairs, right? Let's take a K2 downstairs and see what happens. So when we do the investigations, by the way, anything that can give off electricity, phones, lights, everything is off. And we actually go through with everything on with the K2 and see what it's picking up, and we make a mental note of it. So as we're going through, if it goes off again, it's like, oh yeah, we won't buy this. It happened before. It happened at the Enterprise House also. The refrigerator made that thing go buck wild.
Oh yeah,
that was ridiculous.
That was an old fridge too.
Anything, especially an old fridge, is not going to be shielded.
No.
Yeah.
So as we go,
it's like the wires in Anthony's truck, making the radio buzz.
Oh yeah.
So Art's idea was to take this thing and go down the stairwell, and the further down the stairs we went, the more and more it was picking up. And when we went outside, we figured, well, she's adjoined to another building, so let's go outside. And where we were standing, I went outside and looked outside and opened the window and said, hey, found the fuse box to both buildings.
Oh.
The wires to both buildings are running along the wall. And this creates something what we call a fear cage. It gives the impression, because you're in this tunnel, it gives you the impression that you are, some people are just extra sensitive to electromagnetic energy. And she's one of them, and it made her feel as though people were watching her or following her up the stairs. And she even said, I don't even feel comfortable until I get into the living room, which is at the top of the stairs, where there's no wires.
I don't want to sound like weird, but what was her ethnicity?
She was white.
White?
Mm-hmm. She was
I'm serious because
she works at
hang
Kingston
on,
Nissan still.
She was black, Adam.
No.
Oh,
okay. Well, that explains everything.
No, because Inuit people and certain other ethnicities have a larger percentage of iron deposits in their head.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Humans, like almost all animals, used to be able to navigate. We can't anymore. It's been bred out of us.
That's
the closer you get to pure race, like I hate to use that word, but the more interbreeding there is, the less evolution has affected us, which is why you wear glasses, why I had laser eye surgery, why he has dumb celiacs.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Inuit people, they never see a fucking doctor their whole life, and they still have 26 teeth when they fucking die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because up until 100 years ago, they couldn't see a doctor. They couldn't do anything. If they were born blind, nobody wanted to marry him. You know? So they're a lot closer to what humans are supposed to be.
Go play with the polar bear.
One of the big things is humans have a small amount of iron deposit in the bridge of their nose. Some people are going to be more sensitive to electromagnetic fields.
Right.
For instance, pygmies in Australia, they can fucking tell you what direction is north, south, east, and west in the middle of the fucking night on a cloudy night.
No shit.
Yeah. They just know.
So, okay, Fear Cage. Good name for a band.
Yes.
On top of that.
Actually.
It makes sense because...
Complete total side note, I'm in an art history class. If I ever started a band, it's going to be called the Iconoclasm.
Oh, yeah, you've pitched that idea.
It's going to be awesome.
I shot it down.
Yeah, I don't care. You wouldn't be in my band.
But
man's gonna rule.
But we also, and
well, real quick, I work around radio frequency towers a lot too, and I can kind of, I guess, relate in a way.
You ever feel like uncomfortable where you are?
When I first started doing the job, I would get to a tower site and I'd be like, "Oh, I feel like I'm sick. I feel like this place is just fucking evil, and I hate it, and like I'm miserable. I'm like,
maybe you just hate your job.
No, this was like early on.
Back when you were full of piss and vinegar.
He probably does, but this is when he was still like willing and apt to learn.
I'm really glad that you started that off by saying like this was one that we knew was bullshit, because my first thing was like there are literally thousands of things that can make that thing spike. So you really would have to be careful to eliminate all of the very obvious things like electrical wiring. Even if you shut the main breaker on the house, there's still wire going into the house.
There's
so
still residual,
you need to know where that is. That and the fact if you don't purge everything, ground everything, there's still going to be that the wire's magnetized.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, so you would need to at least consider that. And I'm really happy that you did.
Yeah, we
which adds a shit ton of legitimacy to what you're talking about and doing.
Collectively, we don't particularly care for people that, to continue on with this particular story, one of the reasons why when we do this stuff and we have the audio going, we have to rewind the audio and review it again in real time. So if you record 4 hours of audio, when you're home by yourself and you have 4 hours with nothing to do, you're sitting around and reviewing audio that you've already done. Because sometimes it'll pick up on something that either you weren't around for, because we'll each have one, or
it's not like video where you can just sit there and fast forward a little bit.
Well, even if we were doing video though, you can't really fast forward because it's
quick.
A lot of the little things. It happens. You're fast forwarding it, you could miss some grade A stuff.
And what we do sometimes is like if the four of us are out doing an investigation, not that you'd actually go, but because
I'd be down to go. I'd absolutely go.
Awesome.
I would do it if I could drink.
I'd be fucking pissing myself.
I'd
absolutely love to go.
Change your shorts. God damn it, you're a big boy.
Oh my God. I do have I have
Oh God!
Before we leave tonight, hopefully when Amy gets here, we need to talk about the text message that I sent you with the picture. What I did to Amy.
God! Yeah. All right. Yeah.
So we'll have an audio. You two will have one. If we have two more, we'll just put them in like strategic locations.
Mm-hmm.
You can finish the story because it legit pisses me off. But we caught something in the audio review that kind of sums up why we go out to debunk and not to look for things that aren't really there. Art, you want to fill them in on what I lovingly called that's that bullshit. You can finish the rest of the story.
We had stationed I think
it was right fucking behind him.
Yeah.
God damn it.
We had like 7 stationary audio recorders.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even joking. And probably each of us was walking around with one. So we were probably there for maybe 6 hours.
We were there for a long time. We got there.
We were there for a while.
At like 8 o'clock. I think we left at 2.
Yeah.
2:30.
So at that point, you got like 9. 40 some odd, 41 hours of audio to go through.
We know do math.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
You have to review
7
all of
recorders.
Oh, fuck.
So that's 7
hours.
recorders.
Wait,
and 4 hours.
You said 7 stationary, but 2 on one each on
so
each.
There's
9.
There's 9 times 6 hours.
54 hours.
It's like
so we each
see that I learned that in elementary school.
Yes,
and at that time there were only 4 of us, and I think on that investigation only 3 of us went. So it was 9 for the 3 of us. So we each took 3.
Shit.
So it's 20 something hours each.
I think
it was blessed.
I think Bobby was the one that actually found the audio. Well, anyways.
Yeah, it was Rob.
We had I go. I'm sitting there looking at Terry, and I go, I'm going to put this one right here on the little fucking table behind the couch. Papa Bear is sitting there with the baby. So we start doing our thing, you know.
And this would be like the client, the person that owns the house.
Okay.
Well, her husband was sitting on the couch. He was out in the living room for like hours talking to the baby, and you could hear it all on the audio. I'm sitting there going, oh, God, I wish this guy would shut up. I'm trying to listen to things.
Contaminating shit.
I mean, because it was a small place too. Because we got him on the, we heard him his normal talking. We got him on the stationary recorder in the bedroom and in the bathroom.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't that big of a place anyways. So we're going on, and Rob gets the audio, and he's listening to it. He happened to get the one that was positioned right behind the dad's head. And he's listening to it. This is the third one he decided to listen to. So this is like after 12 hours of already listening to audio, it's time to listen to the next one. So halfway through that one, he gets, and this is what immediately stopped us from listening to the rest of the audio or doing anything else with the place. Any pictures we took, we just like, I'm not even going to bother looking at them now. Because we listen to the audio and you just get, you know why Mommy thinks the place is haunted? Daddy's the ghost. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
He had her terrified. When he was in the bathroom, he ran the shower for a quick second while he was washing his hands, and he wrote "Get out" in the steam of the window. So she's bugging out.
What a fucking creep!
What a dickhead.
Well, you know too, when you write in the freaking steamy windows with your fingers, and even after it goes away, you let it dry by itself. The next time it steams up, you're still gonna get some words on there.
Right there.
Yeah, but you can see the fingerprints. What a douche!
Yeah.
Well, it happens. You know, you got to be, like I said, you got to be careful when you're doing these.
Because some people are out to fuck you, and they're out to make.
Some of them are
just
to make you look like douchebags.
I don't understand that. I don't fucking understand that. Why would somebody call you guys out and waste your fucking time?
People like Honey Boo Boo are famous. They want that guy. All he really wanted was to fuck with his wife a little bit, probably because he wanted to be funny, and maybe get on like WPDH morning show for a half an hour.
And it went a little too far, and now there's professionals fucking rooting around in his house.
It was just a simple case of husband messing around with his wife.
Yeah, and then it had gone past the point where he could tell her he was fucking around.
Right. Yeah, and he just had to keep going with it or stop, and I guess he chose to keep going with it. So
what a cunt!
Yep.
I know if I did that to my fiance, she'd probably stab me in my sleep. So,
dude, if it
you wouldn't be sitting.
I mean,
here.
I don't know what you guys did in that situation, but I would have taken that audio and I would have emailed it right to the wife.
Oh, we did.
Oh, good.
We
good
did
for you. Fuck
we sent it to her.
asshole.
I guess if I remember right, we're not allowed to talk to them anymore.
That would be correct.
Yeah, we're not allowed. We are forbidden from contacting her, which is fine by me. Carrie's the one that did all the talking to her, anyways.
Now I do
leave
have
her
to,
name out of it, but she does work at Kingston Nissan.
No.
I do have to.
No,
I do have to
doesn't.
ask.
No,
do you guys charge for this, or is this just something you do?
No,
not at all.
Okay.
This is all done on our dime.
Yeah.
Our time.
Okay. Well, then at that point, it makes it a little bit simpler in that situation, because like if it was a paying service, like you could fucking have. Like there could be legal ramifications for them for wasting your time, even if they're paying you.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I mean, if we were doing this for a business, I think we'd be pretty well off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. Who knows? Look at tabs.
You hear that, Grant and Jay?
Maybe we should monetize all this shit.
Well, we did look into
Fuck
it.
you.
We did look into it. You would
Instead
have
of just
to,
wasting our time in your basement,
you
we could
would
be
have
scamming
to,
the shit out of people.
You would have to go be like an LLC and like get. It's a big pain in the ass.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
We've done
insurance.
We've done
401k,
dozens. Yeah.
Dental plan.
We've done.
I'm a freelancer. I don't have any fucking.
HPPH dental.
Yeah, this
With
dude just
with a-
cashes the check. He
with
don't
a-
give a flying fuck.
But the thing is,
$4,000 deductible.
I'm careful about jobs that I take.
Oh.
I'm not gonna fucking. If I'm at your house and we're in New York, I know you have homeowners insurance. Doesn't matter if I'm working there in a professional manner. New York, I'm good. New Jersey, I'm not. If I go to New Jersey and you have homeowners and I'm a professional and you're paying me, your homeowners does not cover me. So I think about that shit.
Don't do any roofing jobs in Jersey then.
No, fuck that.
But
I mean, if you're working for a company that has their own insurance, you're fine.
Yeah.
But like for me, I just kind of take that risk on myself. But that's the thing. If I trip and fall at your house on your wedding day, even if you're paying me, it's still on you. Doesn't matter. And at places like the Grandview, they'll just throw money at me so I don't sue them.
All right.
So yeah, but that would be something to consider.
Yes.
So now that you've debunked someone,
I want to hear some legit stuff.
yeah, I want to hear some legit shit. I don't want to. I
I'll
don't want to
save
be
my
able to sleep.
preconceived notions for the end.
Okay.
I'm decorating my
I
house.
want you guys to know the thing that I'm going to bring up at the end. It's going to be more of a devil's advocate thing because this is audio, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. And this is it something that you heard when you were there, or something you
It
heard
is something
after?
that we did not hear. It's something called imprinting.
On the audio itself?
On the audio.
The device.
We'll set it up. This
Okay.
was...
I have a theory on what it could possibly be that is not supernatural, but it's more playing devil's advocate. Like I don't want you guys to think I'm being adversarial.
No,
with
that's
it.
totally
I wanna
fine.
go into
Hey,
it, yeah.
everything's up
There's
for
a
debate.
$5 word. We should
Yeah.
have a word of the week thing.
Yeah.
And adversarial would be the word of the week.
And you have to pay
You
$5
had
if
one
you
that
use
was
it
really
incorrectly.
no. I said infantilize, and I was afraid to stumble over it, and you just infantilization.
Yeah, that was it.
That was a good one.
So wait, now, fuck, I lost my train of
I
thought.
don't know.
Real
Shit.
stuff.
Huh?
Real stuff.
Real
No,
stuff. Yeah.
actually, you can help with this. My theory. We're gonna
When we get to the
your
devil's
whole
advocate
wealth
part.
of knowledge. We're just gonna narrow it down to your radio stuff.
That's that. You just triggered it again.
There
when
we go.
you guys record audio, do you record digitally or analog?
It's digital.
They're digital recorders.
Okay.
Digital.
That's fine.
And it's nothing that, and again, since you brought up like how like what high end of this stuff is,
Yeah.
we try to buy the better ones, but it's nothing that
fairly consumer
nothing
level.
that we've ever
Yeah.
recorded on. You can't find at Radio Shack or your local electronic recording dealer.
Yeah, so like
Target.
higher end consumer level
Like
stuff, good stuff.
instead of
but
buying the
not
$20
great,
one,
yeah.
you buy the $80 one.
Yeah.
It's not something that someone who's trying to record a demo for really cheap for their
Yeah.
band wouldn't buy anyway.
Well, but the thing is, you buying that in 2012 versus you buying it in 1998, it's a big difference.
But it's
you know what I mean?
It's literally this fucking big. Like
Yeah.
it's a really
Okay.
small recorder.
I actually have one out in my car, I think.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That would have been great to have.
Yeah,
It's probably in my glove box, and my son is probably stuck it up his nose. So
I heard that pouring over the mic. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be that loud. Anyhow, I imprinted.
Ooh. Okay, so you guys have heard of the Shanley before? It's out in Ellenville. It's supposed to be like a really well-known haunted hotel. Like it's advertised as such. They usually do like big Halloween stuff. Like
Oh yeah, I've heard of it.
I have not. He's fucking lying.
I haven't
We
heard
haven't
of it
heard
at
of it.
all.
dude, I know they're hearing audio, but I'm looking right at you.
No, it's
He
And
does
I've-
that shit.
I've known you
He
for
does that
years.
all the fucking time. All the time.
I can smell the.
Last week it was Rip Torn from fucking Men in Black.
You know who?
No, they were talking about like Kip.
They were talking about it. He was talking about a famous astrophysicist called Kip Yorn or something.
And
like
you
that.
went Rip Torn on
and
it?
he goes, "That was he was the guy from Men in Black, right?" Fucking patches from Dodgeball.
Dodger wrench.
Anyway, so the Shanley.
All right, so it's a really well-known.
Obviously, you have to fill us in because we don't know what it is.
Yeah. So it's a well-known haunted hotel. You said.
Yeah.
Is it still active? Like
It is, yeah. The owners, the owner lives there. He lives in an apartment on the second floor. It's a 3-story hotel. It's got a really colorful history.
How much is it a night?
Bootlegging. Brothel.
Bootlegging, brothel. Mob hitmen have stayed there. It's got a really
a rich history.
It burned down in like 1848, and then they rebuilt it again, and they put like a distillery in the bottom, so like no one knew.
That's sick. I kind of
It's
want to check this place
really
out.
cool.
And you could stay there.
We should do.
Yeah.
We should do.
They
Like
do,
a Ghost Hunters. Next Halloween. Next
gotta
Halloween.
take all this shit.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
out
We're gonna
there.
do a podcast,
And he'll probably let you do
live.
it now.
Naked.
Not naked.
With
I could just imagine you
smeared
I
in
can
honey.
imagine you naked with your headphones on in night shots. Good God, I don't fucking want to do that. You got your goddamn Bram Stoker hair. When he wears these, his hair
spoofs up.
his hair poofs up, and it looks just like
hairdo
Gary
is so
Oldman
queer.
in Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could just
Smeared
see
in
that,
Nutella
and your
on the
eyes
stairs.
are all wide and glowing in the green fucking night shots.
I have crossed oceans of time.
We'll get my old. I still have my Sony Handycam with the night shot. We'll use that.
Shit.
It'll be all grainy and terrible. and then it's going to be 3 weeks of me trying to figure out how to convert it to digital to put it on the internet. This is going to be amazing.
A fucking mess. All right, sorry, we keep getting sidetracked.
All right, so yes, rich history burned down.
Yeah,
Ryan wants to be naked there next year.
Smeared in Nutella.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy, bring the dog. Whichever one behaves better.
And they nibble a little. Anyway.
Ow. So I think it's gone up now. It's like when we paid was what, 85? 75, something like that for the
I don't
night?
remember.
Oh fuck! I was just joking around.
No,
I need to know the actual
no,
price. That's pretty reasonable for a haunted house.
I think it's gone up recently because
For a bed and breakfast in the Hudson Valley.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a rich history.
but like it's very rich. But you can you stay the night and they give you a room and they take you on a tour of the whole place and they give you they walk you through rooms where they get certain things.
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry. I got distracted.
They
It
get
happens a lot.
certain things.
Yeah, like in
Prostitutes?
in certain rooms they people that come there they get the same repeat names, the same sensations, and they take you on a tour.
Okay,
And
so
what they do is they
I was like, what the fuck? What do they bring you up
they
like
get
cookies
certain
and shit?
things.
No,
you get like
they-
a grab
So
bag.
if you, yeah.
Take home.
You stay in this room,
Oh,
you get a
it's
dozen
Darwin's
roses. You
grab
stay
bag.
in this room, you get fresh baked cookies every morning.
Well, actually, every room that's up there, there are recorded deaths in every single room.
What?
The room that
I would like to see the documentation.
the room that Rob and Kat were in, there was homicide, suicide. The room that I stayed in the first time, that hotel was actually part of the swine flu outbreak in 1918, and my room that
Wasn't that
I
Spanish
was in,
flu?
Huh?
Wasn't that Spanish flu? 1918.
Did I say swine or Spanish?
You said swine.
I probably meant Spanish. Either way, people died in my room.
Okay.
12% of the world's population died as
yeah.
well. By the way,
It's
anyway.
it was a substantially. Yeah.
It wasn't that much back then. I mean, it's still a lot of people. 12%.
Holy fuck! Who cares?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's not that much of a coincidence if 12% of the world's population died too.
All right. Anyhow.
So
Maybe that was in the 1800s.
but they take you on a tour, and they you get when they say you get a continental breakfast. Do you remember the shit that they put out?
I think I had a bagel. To be honest with you.
A bagel, no butter, no
Bagel,
cream cheese.
The only thing that
I think the toaster was broken.
the toaster was broken. They leave snacks out for you while you're investigating to keep you going. And by
Saltless
snacks, I
pretzels.
mean saltless pretzels.
And the only jelly they have is
Ooh,
orange marmalade.
Rock hard cookies.
Rock hard cookies, and a mountain of soda.
Can we please do this? And because I want someone with like a big boom mic, and it's like that fucking guy's gonna die. That's the guy that dies.
Stay out of the basement, Jeb.
He's got a fucking Bon Jovi tank top on.
I'm sure she who shall not be named knows someone with a Bon Jovi shirt.
There's pictures of Ricardo Montalban on the
His
walls.
name would be like Rick. Just something shitty.
Rick.
He's got a mustache.
Todd.
His shoulders are just fucking huge from holding boom mics all the time.
Looks like he plays for the NFL.
So we need to find someone named Rick to do that.
All right.
All right. So moving on.
Sorry.
So your shitty continental breakfast.
Yeah.
So you're all full of carbs and nothing else.
Yeah, but
and now you got to go ghost hunting.
But you have free reign of the entire place. The only room that you're not allowed to go into is the office and their bedroom, which is on the second floor. Okay. The third floor, which is where this is from, there are no wires. There is no electricity whatsoever. So if
Pretty much the entire place was gutted.
Yeah,
on the third floor.
No
lights.
So if that
no
thing's
power, no
moving.
nothing.
It's not
nice.
it's
Yeah.
not-
Okay. So you
there's
nearly
no leak. because there's and it's an old enough place that there's no.
What about
box.
your recording equipment?
Mm-mm.
No.
So you
the
had
recording
nearly
equipment was just we have nothing else except the K2s and the recorders. And
I remember
they
that
don't put
night
off
too.
anything.
The K2 meter was going crazy every time you got a text message.
That yes, because and I was going to point that out. At the time, I had a BlackBerry, and this is before we made all the technological
Before
advances
everyone
we have now.
cumulatively decided that BlackBerries
are
are
pieces
terrible.
of shit. Yeah. But what would happen was, whenever if I was close enough to the K2, if I got a text message, or it was constantly like searching for internet signal because that's what they do, it would make this thing go a little crazy.
Yeah.
So
well, it makes. I mean, a speaker it's a modulated magnet.
Right.
Yeah. It's definitely gonna set that thing off.
So towards the end of the night, I was just like, "Fuck it," and I shut it off.
So you guys got like near perfect conditions.
For what we got here, yeah, that it's people that do this. This is what they hope for, and I would like to point out that there have been other well-known groups that have gone there. Ghost Hunters went there. They got mediocre evidence at best. I would call it.
Oh, shots
well,
fired!
But they take you
Jesus.
through the whole hotel, every single
We're gonna
floor.
have to get Ghost Hunters on here
I
next
know,
week
seriously.
for a rebuttal.
Should have a fucking oil wrestling match to see who's better.
The gauntlet.
What did I say that out loud?
The gauntlet has been.
It would
thrown
be
down,
interesting to have
Grant.
someone on the show that I also have not watched anything or listened to anything that they've done, because every one of our guests is like, "Oh, I don't listen to the show." Like it'd be great to just find somebody who like does something and be like, "We're happy you're here, but we don't really care about what you do, and we're not going to listen to it."
Tony loves Ghost Hunters or
Yeah.
whatever those reality shows are.
I watched quite a few of those myself.
Yeah. So do you want to set this up?
Yeah, let's.
Sure. What the hell? Let's see here. We got this is on, as Terry said, the third floor of Shanley Hotel. There's absolutely no electricity to that floor at all. No lights, no nothing. The room we were in starts out with me actually sitting on a windowsill, watching the cars drive by. Nice view. My fiance on the other side of the room, sitting in another chair. You were actually sitting in the middle of the room, and the one chair that's Joe's chair.
Yeah, I pulled it away from the corner to see if
You pulled it out of its original spot, trying to piss him off.
Mm-hmm.
Sat in the middle, and started recording. Started doing one of our little EVP sessions there, and about almost near the end, right before you'll hear it, I had actually gone halfway into another room to look into this. If I remember right, it was a kid's room.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Jonathan.
Mm-hmm. Because I thought I heard something over there. So, I mean, it's a perfect conditions for an audio like this. I mean,
You want to play it?
Go for it.
Oh wait, we forgot the most important part. One of the
Oh.
main rules that this place has.
You're not allowed to fool around.
No matter what a ghost hunter tells you, there's no sex at the Shanley Hotel.
None. Apparently, it makes the spirits very, very mad.
So why didn't you immediately do this?
There was a young couple that was up
Terry wasn't ready yet.
Right.
Yeah.
And I still had to get in the mood.
I take a while to
you
get
would think
warmed
that
up.
would be the first thing that you should do.
Well, another couple. See,
Brooke and I are doing that.
Yeah.
Yahtzee.
That's where we're going.
When I tell you why, you may rethink it.
By the way, Brooke is sitting on the stairs, and she's not going to be able to hear this audio that we're about to play.
Oh, I don't have
Brooke, would you like? Do you have headphones, Brooke?
No.
No.
We don't have enough things. Don't worry about it. She's just chilling.
But she
for a
could
sec.
like pull it up on YouTube and like sit at the top of the stairs.
and then come down 10 minutes later when the delay catches up.
So there was a younger couple that was up from the city looking for something to do, and they got bored with the investigation process, and they went into their room.
Probably about 3 hours into the investigation, they went to their room.
Yeah, and they were just doing it. And
Yeah.
room 7. Remember? Go check out room 7. You can hear them.
When you walk past room 7, walk very quietly, and you'll understand why.
When you
It
go
was
to a
great.
hotel,
We found out from the owners.
you fuck a lot in a hotel.
We found out
A
from the
lot.
owners though that they
yeah.
they booked in a real hurry at about 5:30 in the morning. They hauled ass because while they were asleep.
No, they left before 5:30.
Oh,
They
yeah,
left
it
before
was
we even
early.
retired.
Yeah,
from the
they
investigation.
were gone like
they were
3:30,
gone at
4
like
o'clock.
1 in the morning.
Yeah.
No shit.
Because
think they got scared out of there?
Because while they were lying there cuddling post-coital, something ripped the blanket off of them, and they flipped the fuck out, and they left.
Oh, fuck.
And while we were investigating while they were having sex, it was really, for lack of a better word, it was pretty dead.
It was pretty dead during the little mambo. I'll give him some credit though. That's some stamina there because it was dead for like an hour and a half.
Jesus,
right?
I was like, wow.
But
they were all watching.
But
whether or not they know.
once they were
chemically
gone,
enhanced.
Yeah, he
I'm
got
sure.
those Trojan climax controls.
Yeah.
But once they were gone,
Where you're like, this is great for 9 minutes, and then half hour later, you're like, this is fucking bullshit.
I can't feel my dick at all.
I'm tired.
At
I want to go to sleep.
what, they put Novocaine in this shit?
Right, so, but I mean,
So when they had stopped and left is when the activity of the house kind of shifted back into the positive. Oh, like, hi, we're here. We were just kind of pissed off.
Actually, I
Okay.
think it kind of got amped up afterwards. I think they
Yeah.
were a little. The spirits were a little pissed off. I guess is
Yeah.
the best way to explain it.
That's a good way to put it. But we're not going to tell you what it says.
Yeah, I want to listen to Cole.
but-
I wanna
yeah, we
listen
haven't
to Cole.
listened to this.
Yeah,
at all.
I haven't
Yeah.
listened to
But-
it. Adam hasn't listened
But
to it.
prior to what you're going to hear, the reason why I brought that story up is because we were discussing prior to what you're going to hear. I can't believe those fucking people. They that's the one rule they asked you to not break, and they went ahead and did it. And
That's pretty much the only rule there.
yeah, like you do anything else, just don't fuck here.
Yeah.
Well,
That's pretty much
the
it.
fact that they bring it up, 90% of couples are gonna
They've-
not only do it anyway, but do it in spite of that.
I
Probably.
wonder if the spirits would be upset if I was just aggressively masturbating
Yeah.
in the center of the room, just like really fucking like
You are.
I say if you're gonna
naked,
do that, you
We're-
gotta do that. In the
sweating,
gentleman's club of the
greased up,
place.
just
We're like you sit down
or
with
is
a
it
jar
just
of
sex
Vaseline
that
and
bothers them?
look at your dick and scream and just say scream if you want to. No one's gonna help you.
All right, let's hear the clip. I'm gonna turn it up loud because I don't know how loud it actually is.
So we.
Somebody that's more afraid than we are. Or maybe somebody that broke the rules. Maybe. That's what I'm thinking. Somebody broke the rules. Otherwise, from what we.
Oh shit!
Somebody that's.
Did you hear that at the end?
Now, if you want us to go through that again,
Can you go through and just tell me exactly what I was listening to?
before we play it again?
You didn't hear that?
No.
Holy well,
Turn his earphones up.
No, don't turn them up.
My
All
cans
right,
are up pretty high.
So what's happening is it's Art and myself, and we're like we said, we're at the tail end of that discussion. And as we had said before, I had moved that chair away, and that particular spirit was, he's kind of like the protector of the house. He's like everybody hears. It's called that for a reason because everybody hears that voice over and over again.
Right. It's
It's the
literally
very end.
right before he stops the tape. Okay, it's 27 seconds long. It's literally it's probably at 24.
Yeah.
So just hang tight.
We call this it's called an intelligent response. It literally takes what I say, or is it what you say?
It's
like-
usually what you say because
I think I know. I think I know
He-
what you're
he basically-
reacting to. I just thought it was one of them saying.
No,
Listen to the voice.
It basically takes what I said.
because it comes right after I say maybe.
It like
Listen to the
parrots it
voice.
back.
It juxtaposes some of the words and gives us the answer as to what we are like. We're wondering why it's been so quiet.
Uh-huh.
It gives us the answer, and you can decide for
So
yourself.
I did hear it then. I
Yes.
just thought it was one of you.
Nope. That
You can hear me. I'm the one that said maybe.
I'll-
You see how you can hear how far away from it I am when I'm talking
Yeah.
to Terry.
I'll even cue you when we stop talking, so you know when to really perk up.
All right, so here we go.
Here we go.
Afraid than we are. Or maybe somebody that broke the rules. Maybe. That's what I'm thinking. Somebody broke the rules. Otherwise, from what we.
Yeah, I thought that was one of you guys.
Me.
Yeah, because Terry starts talking
yeah.
over it right at the very
Yeah.
right at the ass end of the statement.
Yeah, because like They said somebody broke
And
the rules.
you guys didn't hear that at all.
No,
Well, no, because
actually,
you hear him start.
Yeah.
I think it was
oh
you,
no,
was
I
it
know.
you
I'm
or
just.
somebody
I'm
starts
just,
talking.
I'm clarifying what we talked about before.
okay,
you
yeah.
guys did not hear this when you
No,
were
no.
there. It was afterwards.
we were
It was
actually
afterwards when we went back and reviewed 35 hours worth of audio.
Holy shit!
we were actually talking about this particular clip right before we came over here, and I remember talking to his fiance saying, "Well, Lauren, I guess nobody wants to talk, so I guess we'll just leave. Thanks for having us." And then we went to another part of the house.
Yeah.
We didn't hear a thing, but I got a frantic phone call from one of the other partners and said, "Come over here." And he did just, he put his computer on, he turned on his surround sound, he said, "Sit." And he clicked play.
We're gonna play it again.
Go for it.
You want your friend to listen to it?
It's more afraid than we are. Or maybe somebody that broke the rules. Maybe. That's what I'm thinking. Somebody broke the rules. Otherwise, from what we
and whoever's fucking talking is just like blah 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 blah.
And we
Like,
actually
that just,
tried to we tried to manipulate it, like using pitch shifter and try to make that be something else, and we can't. We tried to replicate this, and the three of us were in agreement that neither one of the three of us said anything.
It was super growly.
Yes.
Oh man, did you hear it? Oh,
And-
okay. So
and
Brooke
most-
said she listened. Would you listen to it on the phone? Oh, you could hear it from here? Oh, Christ. Anyway.
How?
I don't fucking know. Her hearing's immaculate. Mine stinks.
Too many rock shows.
But wow, that's fucking scary, man.
And we didn't hear that.
Holy shit.
That was not heard in real time at all. Rob stumbled across that days later.
I fucking love that shit. I fucking love
that right there. People that do this, that's what they're after. That's not a picture that you can alter. That's not something you can re-record later. It's on a digital recorder that I had in the middle of the floor.
Now, a couple of questions that I have would be, this isn't even devil's advocate stuff that I was talking about before, which it actually doesn't apply as much as I was thinking. I was going to talk about Ryan hearing radio signals through speakers.
Okay. Oh, okay. What about
Because I think that a good amount of the digital imprint stuff could be that. You can get radio signals through any spool of wire and magnet.
Absolutely. Shitty ground, you
Yeah.
pick up audio.
Yeah.
However,
that not so much though.
No,
which
that-
is why
Yeah.
we
That's
yeah.
not
our
it.
That is
entire
either
team-
faked or real. It's
Yeah.
not.
And that is why our entire team disapproves of the use of the ghost box.
What the fuck is that?
It's a little box that scans through AM stations.
Oh.
I don't like it. It's stupid.
That is stupid.
It is stupid.
It
You'll be sitting there and
Yeah.
you're like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
What
It's
everybody
The AM
you
radio
can't trust
signal
anything
from
on it.
fucking
You-
Georgia.
Yeah,
it's
scanning through.
He
if
used
it's
to hear.
night-
He used to hear. It was like a Christian radio show from South Carolina, and it would be around the same time at night when his speakers were off.
Yeah.
He would just pick it up, and it would play.
There's an
No. He was like, I'd unplug it from the wall, and it would still play.
There's an AM in Chicago that's like, I want to say either 50,000 or anywhere between 50 and 100,000 watts. When the sun goes down, if they miss their turn down mark, you can hear it here.
Yeah, and the thing, especially
when
with
the
radio,
atmosphere changes when the sun goes down, AM radio you can broadcast halfway across the country if you got a powerful
and
enough
this
signal.
is like the big thing that like it's energy. Right. You know, it's not electricity, but it's energy.
But it's obvious though.
And at certain points, it can become energy through magnetism.
Yeah.
So you can power up something that's not plugged into the fucking wall. Tesla did this shit all the time. He used to light light bulbs by sticking them in his fucking mouth.
I fucking love Tesla.
Yeah.
He's a goddamn genius.
So, but it was all static electricity and magnetism. So there are some scientific explanations that was too clear to be this. One thing that I would love to see is if you had another camera or something with you guys with that conversation without that.
Yeah, that's the only other thing I think we could have done better.
So,
on. But
so
at the
I
time,
think
we didn't actually have.
This is
a
like
video
I said. This is
setup,
just
so.
constructive criticism.
No, dude.
If you guys had cameras going at the same time, with multiple independent mics that you could sync up with timestamps, that would give a lot of it would give a lot of credence to what you're doing.
I mean, that's also something we've also discussed after hearing this audio. It's like, dude, I wish we had actually recorded this on video.
Yeah.
So that we can prove that none of us are sticking our fucking junk in the audio recording.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be very easy to prove that that's genuine. It would cost some money. You'd have to send it out to show that it's not edited. But if you could show that that's not edited and a video without that audio is not edited,
yeah, dude, that would be like the holy grail.
At,
I mean,
at
it's
the
like,
time that we started doing this, I think I had just gotten involved with the team like that March or something. Like I was still very new to this, so to be very new and stumble across that by accident,
fucking shit your pants.
I
then went out and bought all kinds of crazy audio equipment.
I just know
and did your
I
bank
needed
account.
help suppressing the boner, and we've been at it. That's July of 2010. We're not as active as we once were, but it's 5 years later, and we're still doing stuff like this. But at the time, we didn't even have the 4-channel thing yet.
No, yeah, we didn't even have any of the video equipment yet.
We did go out at some point.
As a closed
to the Ghost Hunters
closed
store.
circuit security camera. So
Yeah, you mean 4-channel? You mean like 4? Like what do you
we
mean?
had
4-channel?
we actually.
Oh, I was talking about thing 4-channel thing.
Well,
we had
what you don't know.
It was a 4-channel.
I fucking totally missed that.
It's better. It's better that you did.
Yeah, it's probably better. It's too late now, but it's probably better that it went right over your head.
Brooks got Brooks the mug.
Yeah, Amy hasn't seen it.
It's got water in it.
That's okay.
Brooks got a great story that'll get you guys nice and wet.
It is poop colored.
Brooke, you want to tell it, or do you want me to tell it?
I want to hear it.
The story. I don't care. It's up to you. I know you're like not huge on the whole thing. All right, I'll tell.
All right,
I'll tell the fucking.
Do you want to take a break and then we can?
You want to take a break?
I want to hear the story. Now I'm fucking super glued to the table. I gotta hear this.
Oh well, you know what this is? This is prepping the audience for the money shot.
Leave some suspense, dude.
Let's take a quick break.
Let's take a quick shyster bastard.
Huh?
I have to pee. Let's take a quick break.
Oh God,
we got to be over an hour
not the
now.
only
Right?
one. I
What's
gotta
that?
pee. I gotta pee.
You do too.
Ryan
Okay.
Bosch.
All right, let's form a line.
We got to be over an hour, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's take a break, and we will be back with more ghosts.
Ghost.
That was bound to happen.
Fuck.
Panorama.
That's all Jim Norton. That cunt.
Whoa.
All right.
Just so you know, I'm gonna go home and watch Launch the Rain. Thanks, guys.
Oh, you're a fan? You a fan of Jimmy?
I like Jim.
Oh, he's so good, man. He's got a bunch of shit on Netflix. That's really.
Run around, watch the rain.
It was wet. That's why I was sniffing it. I was like, oh, did the cat piss on this scene?
Where's the bathroom?
Smelled the sex.
I can't hold it no more.
If you're at the front door, straight ahead.
As I was doing it, you sound very strange right now. No, I was gonna ask, like, did someone pee on the couch? And that's
All right, YouTube people. We'll be back in a little bit. Do you want to play music?
We should find something panoramal.
Panorama? I don't have anything panorama.
That we will definitely get pulled for. Is Monster Mash public domain?
Probably not. Free music. How about this? This is what I found for free music for the breaks. It's free. All right, well, I'm going to go silent, so you guys just chill. You guys take a bathroom break. Get another cocktail. Load up your pipes. Grab a cigarette. What?
Is this the Guns of Navarone?
No. Damn. I'm just talking to the YouTube people right now. We're not actually recording. So they're getting a little extra.
Hi, YouTube people.
A little extra nip slip. Okay.
Ooh.
I'll be right back.
You get it yourself.
All right, coming back. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get booted from YouTube for this.
We sure are.
The leather soles go shuffling.
Whereas there is a like fan-made music video of this from the coward who shot Jesse James.
Really?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's amazing.
Oh, that's awesome.
But there's a fan-made music video for this song on YouTube that's it's still up and hasn't been pulled. But we will get pulled for it. I guarantee.
Silent prayers, but she is satisfied the most while stabbing madly at the roast.
All right, of course, that's Ghost by Clutch.
I was wearing my Rocket 88 shirt today. It's
Yeah.
fucking amazing. I want 3 more of that shirt.
So, okay, so we had a big teaser before. Big teaser for everyone. Brooke was going to tell a ghost story.
I'm proud of you for not just doing the Borat my wife thing, by the way.
Oh, you fucking, I forgot.
Yeah, and now you really, really, really want to do it, don't you?
Yes, I do. I certainly do.
So, her grand debut on the show, Ryan Bosch's wife.
My wife!
He had to do it.
You set him
Brooke Bosch.
Your mic's on now. For some reason, I missed it when I was turning it.
Thanks.
Sorry.
I appreciate it.
Officially welcome to
I
the
love you
show.
too.
All right, so... All right, you take it from here. Brooke has a nice story to tie into all this stuff
could
here.
set it up. It's fine.
Well, all right, fine. Go. Just go.
All right. So when I was 12, I moved upstate for a brief period of my life to Boston Spa, New York. It's about an hour and 50 minutes, 2 hours from here. And where we moved, we rented a place, and it was the biggest house I've ever lived in my entire life. It was humongous.
Yeah, we're looking at pictures of it right here.
Beautiful. It was on Maple Avenue, and it was I guess the Greco-Roman revival style architecture.
It's got fucking pillars in front of it. It's
Pillars.
Looks like the fucking White House entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like that.
it does. It looks like the fucking White House.
Big, beautiful house.
It's like a very tiny White House.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we lived up there, and not shortly after living in that home, things strange started happening, and it was generally after the house got quiet in the middle of the night. Sometimes it was in the morning, but yeah, so I wish I could show everybody, the viewers, the picture, but anyway, my room was in
We
this
could be
corner
proactive
here,
and put it up on the Facebook page later, but we're not going to do that.
Anyway.
We'll try.
So basically my room was separate kind of on the upstairs floor. It was 2-floor house. And my room was down hallway, its own separate hallway, you know, kind of tucked back in the corner. And at the, you know, towards the stairwell, there were these cabinets. And it was a double cabinet from, floor to ceiling. And we used to keep our towels, sheets, and stuff like that in there. And in the middle of the night, usually around, I'd say about 2:30 in the morning, I'm a very light sleeper, the cabinets would start knocking. And
knocking or slamming?
Slamming. They would start slamming. Open and closed, open and closed, open and closed. And the first couple of months of being there, I was like, what the fuck is going on? I'm a kid. I don't know, what the hell. And so I get up because, have to investigate what's going on. And I didn't see anything. I look at the cabinets, nothing's happening. And so, after a few months of this going on, I start getting up the nerve to actually, this was pretty much every night this would go on around 2:30 in the morning. I'd get up the nerve, and I would, because where my room was, it had like a half wall in the hallway, so I could see the cabinets from my doorway. And the where my room was, it was around the stairs. So anyway, I would peek up from the half wall to look at the cabinets to see while it was going on, to see if it would still go on while I was looking at it. It would never, ever. It would always stop every single time. I'm like, I must be hallucinating. This is crazy. This is not real. And so I'd go down the hallway, look at my siblings' bedroom, my father's bedroom, and they were all asleep. Everybody was asleep. And then, so finally, a couple months went by, and I started to tell my dad about what was going on. He's like, oh, yeah, by the way, I was getting
By the way.
By the way.
You had already left for school one morning, and I saw someone over by the tub in the bathroom. I said, what do you mean? He said, oh, yeah. Yeah, there was a person yelling, actually, a man yelling at another woman in the bathroom downstairs while your sister was getting ready for school and I was about to leave for work. I was like, oh, great. Oh, so we're living in a haunted house. That's
I
fantastic.
could so picture that from your dad. He's like, now that you mention it.
It's like, oh, great. Thank you. So anyway, come to find out, this house was a guest house of Isaiah Blood, of the Blood Mansion.
Jesus, really?
Yeah.
It's called the Blood Mansion.
Can it not be maybe a little less cliche,
Wait
The
for
Blood
it.
Mansion.
Wait for it. Come on. It turned out Isaiah Blood was...
Isaiah.
Yeah.
It's too much. I can't handle it. You're making this up.
Yeah, Axe Factory. They were...
His name was Isaiah Blood, and he owned an axe factory, and you lived in his guest house.
He came from a family heritage, yes, that settled in Boston Spa. This was the guest house of this mansion that they later, it burned down, turned into apartments. But yes, so this person actually existed, and, and his family started this legacy of making axes and those kind of things, and
you guys ever hear?
And they have a mill, and the house is pretty much it's a landing of the house, and then it goes down to a creek, and down. My sister and I used to go down and explore down in the creek.
Hang on. Isaiah Blood was born in 1810 and apprenticed in his father's scythe shop.
Yes.
Sylvester Blood.
Yes, and that's where I lived.
Sylvester Blood. Like, this is the most contrived horror movie ever.
Yes.
It's too perfect.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
You guys
that's where I lived.
You guys ever hear this?
In my teen years.
No, I've never heard of it before.
That's insane.
This is all brand new to me.
His father was Sylvester Blood.
Yeah.
And his name was Isaiah Blood.
I am not.
And they owned a fucking axe factory.
This is the truth. I mean,
Jesus Christ.
I am not a storyteller, and I'm certainly not a historian. But yeah, that.
Sylvester Blood remained behind purchasing his uncle's land on
the morning kill. Oh my God.
Yeah, the creek that was behind our house. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
yes.
No, I get that, but it's called the morning kill. MOUR morning.
Yes. My sister and I used to explore down there, and there's a bunch of artifacts. It's
What the
actually really
fuck?
cool. But yes. Yeah, that's the house that I stayed in my teen years. It was fun.
She told me this story. The first time she told me this story, I was like, "This is awesome. That's great. That's
Yeah.
cool."
Oh yeah.
And she's
It's
like,
great
yeah,
for
it was
sleep.
fucking horrifying for me. Shut the fuck
It's
up.
great.
That is
Terry's like,
insane.
I want to talk so bad.
Yeah, it,
I'm listening. I'm listening to the story.
Yeah. So I mean, I moved out when I was 16, but yeah, that was the house that every night, usually around 2:30 in the morning, those cabinets, would slam.
Is that like a prime? Like, what are prime hours for that kind of
okay,
shit?
so there's a biography
fucking
called
guy.
Isaiah Blood, Scythe and Axe Maker.
Isaiah Blood colon.
No, there's a beat. Had you listened to the show, you would have gotten the inside joke.
Oh no, another dig. I already
That
dug him.
sucks.
I already dug
All
at him
right,
today.
so that's my story. Adam can have his mic back.
Thank you.
That was way over the top.
That
Good
was
God.
That was informative and stimulating.
I mean, like, if you made that up, you did a lot of research and you picked the right fucking story, so I believe you.
Wayne's World.
Fucking Isaiah Blood? I can't even take that.
Is that like prime? Like, I've heard that there's such a thing called the witching hour. I don't know what fucking hour that is, but it's like
It's it's pretty much right around midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So prime
Between like 11 and 1, somewhere's in there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We got most of our really good stuff. We got typically between like midnight and 2. Like
Yeah, normally.
3 if we were out that late.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would
Sometimes
like
5.
you guys
At the hotel, yeah.
I mean, you guys don't know her like I know.
Obviously.
You guys don't know Brooke like I know Brooke. Like, she's not fucking around. Like, she wouldn't just fucking.
No,
tell
I would
stories.
definitely
Adam-
like to hear your what your father was telling us about it, like, because he obviously, I'm trying to look at you and talking to the mic.
Yeah.
It's not possible. But to hear like what he saw in conjunction with your story.
Yeah, apparently he could see the aberrations of, the spirits.
Jesus Christ.
Sounds like a hot
Interesting.
ticket. Like,
I know.
like-
Fucking A. I
like-
wonder what the hell
like,
is going on
We
there
should have
now.
had this conversation like 4 or 5 years ago. Well, I've been
Yeah.
right the fuck up there.
Yeah, interesting.
Doing history the whole way up too.
So is the Blood Mansion still there? It's still there?
The Blood Mansion. It's too much.
Apparently,
it's too much.
It's got a street address.
It's a
right
fucking
there.
Resident Evil plot.
I think we
Come on.
Sounds like a video game.
I think we broke Adam.
It's
I think
just too
the
much.
vodka and seltzer broke Adam.
No. Well, I get louder for sure.
What?
That yes, for sure.
What? I almost bought bourbon.
So you guys got I know that you have other clips on here on your Facebook page of your
Do we want to like talk about my night terrors real quick and see what they think?
Oh, is this that
Yeah.
Devil's
The
Advocate?
story that Amy's going to tell us? Yeah, remember my last night terror incident?
He's up there laughing his sick fucking ass off.
That is a great Al Pacino impression. That was
thank you.
beautiful.
You know what? When you do impressions and shit like that,
I
it's
really
your
hope.
eyes.
I think your mic technique was spot on. You were just far enough away. I think that's going to be really good. I'm very impressed. Yeah.
Your
No,
eyes
come here.
like jump out of your head when you do impressions like that.
I get excited.
Like, I'm playing D&D.
So
You're playing D&D.
So I talked about like my night terrors and stuff, and people that like believe in this stuff religiously. I'm not talking about people like you. I'm talking about people that believe in it religiously, that think it's like a higher power thing. And I have been said, "Oh yeah, you're just clairvoyant." No, I'm fucking like a little crazy and don't sleep well. That's what I think. So I'm going to have Amy tell you what happened, and then I'm going to tell you what I saw when it was happening.
Was this recent? Is this something
this
I don't
is the
know?
one with the
couple weeks ago.
Get the fuck at it. I don't know this then.
No, you don't know this.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
We'll
I'm
learn
so happy.
together.
I'm so happy. His night terror shit is the fucking best.
I just needed
It's hilarious.
I just needed to double check with her that we're on the same page as to what story it is, because there's a good chance that I don't remember a newer thing that's happened.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Okay, so we'll have Amy tell what happened.
Not the one where you Superman.
What?
No, not that
was
one.
fucking terrible.
No.
Were
No,
you Superman
not
that
one.
hoe?
This one wasn't like a drunken thing. I was just asleep.
That was I can't remember which.
Oh yeah, they're usually drunken things because I'm usually drunk. But
I can vouch for that.
No, Flash, you remember me telling you that, right?
Huh? Hang on.
I was
No, we don't need to tell that story.
Well,
No, that was just me jumping on the bed like Superman because I was asleep and drunk.
Oh, okay. I do that too.
Okay,
Do
so
the Superman
tell me
jump.
your perception of what happened when you were sleeping when that happened.
First of all, I was not sleeping. I was listening to you snoring.
Ouch.
I can vouch for that as well. It's so bad.
I have an appointment with a cardiologist next week.
It only took you like
Moving
15
on.
years to get it done.
It's because I don't give a fuck about how you sleep when I'm around. I don't care about you. The one time every 4 years we go camping, I don't care how you sleep.
I never got to hear that camping story. But anyways, so I'm laying there, and then all of a sudden, like, he moves over, like, so fast, and he's like, and, like, I'm like, what? He was like, someone just came at me in my sleep. I think I just hallucinated it. I don't know. And then he starts snoring again. That's pretty much what happened. And he told me about it the next morning, but I'll let you tell it.
That was super
Yeah, so
anticlimactic.
No, that's why I did it like this. That's why. No. It's important. No, it's important that I woke up, freaked the fuck out, basically climbed on top of her. So we're laying in the bed. I'm on the. Okay, Ryan. You were at the foot of the bed. Okay.
Okay.
I'm on the left side. She's on the right.
Okay.
Whatever the fuck happened over here.
Okay.
And I crawled on top of her.
Oh.
Freaking the fuck out.
Okay.
And I remember this vividly, but I was not awake because I said, I think something just happened. I think I hallucinated it. And then, and I know that's not, it's way worse than that.
Yeah,
she
it's
can
more
do a
like-
better impression. Oh, it's a lot worse now. Maybe we'll have you do an impression in a minute. But so imagine opening your eyes, looking slightly to your left, and then there is a woman covered in mud, I think. And she goes like this. Her whole body tilts 45 degrees straight at my face, and she's screaming. Yeah.
Sweet dreams, Ryan.
Yeah, it was. That was probably one of the more vivid ones. And I talked about like the little demon thing on my chest that jumped on a chair.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
You guys haven't heard that, but back in high school, I woke up, had a little demon thing on my chest, and then it jumped 12 feet and landed on the arm of a chair and stared at me while I screamed for what seemed like 5 minutes, but was probably about 30 seconds. And this was kind of the same thing. This was like that. It was very real. It was real to me. Like I remember it very, very vividly. But it was just imagine you open your eyes and someone's standing straight up and looking at you, and then they fly straight at your face, almost like if someone just did a trust fall into your face. Like how fast they would go.
The shit-covered lady
screaming the whole time.
Trust falled face first into you.
Yeah. So that was pretty horrifying, but like I pulled out of it pretty quickly thinking like, oh, I just hallucinated that. And then I pulled out of that pretty
real quick.
She goes, I was going to say that's what he said. Yeah, pulled out of that pretty quickly. I wish you had a mic so you could just be like, that's what he said.
Have you guys witnessed anything?
So what I'm saying is like I experienced that, and that's fairly regular. That happens to me all the time. That one was especially bad. But like the thing, a callback to earlier in the episode when you said somebody sat on the bed. That happens to me like 2-3 times a month.
I think you're clairvoyant.
Of course you would.
You know what I would like to see?
I know what you would like to see, and it's disgusting.
I want them to check you out, like for the night terror things. Like I want like you to be sleeping, them 2 chairs
It would just
at
be
the foot of your
fucking-
bed, just sitting there.
You
with
know what it would
microphones
be?
staring at you
It would
while
be
you're sleeping.
4 hours. It would be 4 hours of me watching Netflix on my iPad and drinking, then an hour of snoring, and then the rest of the night of me just like scratching my balls and rolling around in the bed, and then maybe if they did it for a full week, me freaking out for a half a second.
Oh.
I
Sounds
like
me
I
when
don't
sleep, so you know.
Yeah, because that's the thing. It, like I get up, I freak out for like a minute, and then I realize it's not real. And then
I would just like to know if what you're seeing is real or it's not real.
You
know what I mean? Like you
I
you could be
guess.
telling yourself that it's a hallucination, but you might actually be seeing something.
But what's more likely?
I know.
Yeah. No, but that's I'm playing devil's advocate here. I'm not trying to attack you.
Yeah.
What did you just raise your hand? Come to a mic.
Here. Okay.
Do you remember like I had like a similar dream, like not that far away from you. So like I mean like not that much later or earlier or whatever. Where remember I woke up really fast because I thought someone like grabbed me.
That could have been.
I do remember that. Yeah, no, and it wasn't me.
Maybe it wasn't him. It was like he was watching Netflix and I had already fallen asleep.
Yeah.
And then like I woke up because it felt like someone grabbed me.
You
Maybe
do
it's a room.
constantly go, what did you say? Like when I'm awake, didn't say anything.
Sounds like
Yeah, there might be something here. I don't know.
Hands. Or Ryan is downstairs just like playing the bongos or whatever the fuck he does down there.
He does play some pretty weird music.
Trancey shit.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm saying is I'm a spectic.
Spectic?
Not a skeptic.
All right.
I'm a spectic.
Adam's
I just made up a word.
Adam's a spectic.
You should add that to your list for next time.
Dead Radio Dictionary.
It's a spectic.
Dead Radio Dictionary. Have you guys witnessed anything like that, like heavy, like what Brooke was talking about, the slamming of the slamming fucking cabinets and shit like that, or something like heavy physical like that, or like, pushing, pulling, any kind of like contact, you know what I mean?
Not like
it's mostly just like
not like doors and stuff like that, but the same night that we got the super crazy EVP that we played before, I was in another room with another one of the partners that was part of the team at the time, and Rob had gone outside because there's a well across the street from the hotel.
Fucking the worst. Every time she's on.
That one counts.
That might have picked up over here. There's a well across the street from the hotel where a 7-year-old girl fell in and drowned. So Rob went down to see if he could get something from over there.
Did he go down the well?
No,
the well is sealed.
Sealed off. It's got a concrete slab on it.
All right.
But Rob, understand this though, that Rob is outside, 3 stories down and across the street. We also have I'm drawing a blank on what you would call them, like the thermometers.
A laser thermometer.
No, it's not a laser thermometer.
No, it's the Great, now I can't think of it either.
The fucking thermal thing that we use.
Forward-looking infrared.
It's like infrared camera type.
No,
like you
it's
aim
a
it,
laser
it's a
pointer
gun
that basically
with,
takes
it's a
the
gun
room
with a.
temperature.
It looks like the gun from Duck
laser,
Hunt.
That's a laser thermometer.
Yeah,
I have,
okay,
I have
all right.
3
Laser
of those.
thermometer.
All right, so she's. So
I thought you
she's-
guys were like legit for a second. Had a FLIR.
No,
That
I
shit's
wish I could've-
expensive. That's like
Yeah.
$6,000.
No,
Look
that,
like-
that's
if
definitely
I had
that's
that
not
kind of
happening
money.
here.
Yeah, it's like
That'd be
the
awesome.
Predator.
Like Ray Stantz in the ballroom when he's got the fucking night vision thing on.
I see it. It's on the ceiling. No, but she was taking readings around the room because I had told her that I was starting to feel cold, and it's July.
Yeah.
on a floor with no AC. I should feel nothing but gross.
Yeah.
And I was noticing that I was feeling colder and colder on one side. And she took a shot of my left arm, and it was 12 degrees colder than my right arm.
Whoa.
Maybe you're having a stroke.
And as I'm standing... and
How much pork is in your diet, Terry?
Enough.
Did you feel tingly?
No.
No.
Well, yes, actually, but not in the good way.
Mild heart attack?
No, definitely not. Other side and slightly higher.
I will get more combative as the night goes on. So maybe we should wrap this up.
I'm already foreseeing that. It feels like as she's standing next to me, we don't use it often, but she has a pendulum, and we would use it to ask questions. It's not the highest popular tool to use. That's why we don't use them anymore, because it's very vague.
I was against the pendulum the entire time. So.
Yeah, I know. I just went with it to try something different. But as we're standing there, she's asking questions, and I can see Rob out the window. And we asked if the spirit that was in the room that we were occupying had seen what happened to the girl. And I guess he didn't particularly care for the question, because within seconds, have you ever been strangled before? Or have someone grabbed your throat, like, to hold you up against the wall?
Every time
in a
Brooke and I make love.
non-sexual way.
Right.
What?
In a non-sexual.
In a non-sexual way. Like,
I knew you were going to go there with
like,
that way, and I know that's not
like
tr-
in a
it is
menacing,
good for you
horrifying,
guys.
I can't believe this just happened kind of way.
Someone trying to murder you, kind of. way.
Choked, yeah. Strangled, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Now take away the ability to see that person. Whatever was doing it to me was not visible in front of me, and she couldn't see it either. But I was trying to pull something off of my throat that wasn't there, and I started gasping for air and coughing. And Rob heard me downstairs coughing from the window to the point where as I'm running downstairs to get out of the house, Rob meets me on the porch. He's like, "Dude, what the fuck happened? Are you okay?" I'm like, I'm good now. But I couldn't draw in a full lung of air until I was out of the house.
Wow.
Apparently that particular instance had pissed something off royally.
Where was this?
The third floor of the Shanley.
Still the Shanley.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, dude.
It's a very busy place.
Ryan has proclaimed that you guys are going to have sex there. Just so you know. Since I know you're going to listen to the podcast. He's like, absolutely doing it.
I've been with Brooke for 14 years. She's just not amused by me anymore. That's why I had to start up the podcast.
You don't want to have sex in a haunted house?
Every time you try to hurt it.
We're having two conversations. We're over here.
That's fine. I'm talking to your wife, right?
I was saying that.
I'm engaging our audience is what I'm doing. What are you doing?
Both of them?
Yeah. Yeah, this is well, Brooke doesn't normally listen as a favor to us. Because if she did listen, it'd probably be shut down.
Cannot do this anymore.
It should be like, so how many episodes has it been? 40? I'm going to punch you 40 times.
With every ring that I have on that hand.
I want to, we got time? Real quick, you want to talk about that Godsmack show? I know this is completely off topic.
What the fuck?
Hang on.
No. Basically, you and I paid $60 to go see Seven Dust, and I'm kind of okay with that, but Godsmack needs to play music and shut the fuck up.
I'm kind of upset about that, because I was saying I would have gone to that show to see Godsmack, because I don't really care for Seven Dust.
Hold on. Let's slow this. Let's pull this back a bit.
We were both there, so we can both answer this question.
So you were there too, Art, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Right up front.
Were you all right, no. Were you there for the entire show?
Oh yeah.
Were you there for the entire show?
I stayed till the very end.
Okay. Brooke and I went not solely for Seven Dust, but we're both
Mostly
her and I
for
are
Seven
big
Dust.
Seven Dust fans. I like Godsmack's music, I really do, and I've always been told, yeah, right.
Yeah, we avoided
live.
We avoided an email from Amy about your grammar.
Yeah, another email from Amy about my grammar.
Yeah, she's the biggest contributor to corrections and omissions.
So we were always told that
Exploded.
Godsmack is like one of the most amazing live shows you'll ever see. Blah blah blah. They put on the best show. Blah blah blah. I was just like, oh sweet. So one of my favorite bands, and Godsmack, one of the quote unquote best live bands ever.
Quote end quote. I'm sorry, that's a big pet peeve of mine because it's not quote unquote, it's quote end quote. And you're supposed to say it when you've ended.
How about I kill you? How'd you like to be dead?
Then we can try to find you.
I'd like to see you try.
I want to kill you.
How far away is your gun?
And I want them to find you. So we went.
I'll
Seven
just
Dust.
keep interrupting him.
Are you a Seven Dust fan? Have you heard of Seven Dust?
Yeah, I know who Seven Dust is.
Are you a fan of theirs or?
I do like their music, but I'm actually a huge fan of Godsmack.
Okay.
So that was the entire reason why I went to that concert was Godsmack.
Okay. So what'd you think of Seven Dust though?
They did great.
Yeah. Okay.
I do thoroughly enjoy Seven Dust music as well.
Yeah.
So.
And is the first time you've seen them live?
Yeah.
Yeah. They put on a fucking show.
Every time they were in town.
He cried. Did you see
I was
that?
working night shifts.
Yeah.
Oh,
so it's like I can't go.
They put on such a good show.
Because
Especially
I'd rather make
Lejean
money
cried
than
that night.
Huh?
He cried during the set.
Oh, was
when he was thanking everybody.
Yeah, right at the end.
There was a dude in the front row that had a sign with him that said, "I saw you when I was 19 at the Chance."
Oh fuck!
And he was up there 22 years later, right up front with his son.
Oh, that's what he was talking about.
That's what he was talking about.
Oh,
there was
shit.
a dude with a sign right up front, and when he started getting really sentimental, like if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have jobs. That dude is why. So he started crying because he remembered seeing that guy.
He's a mush.
He is.
Anyway. Yeah, so the show, they put on such a fucking great show, and then
I wish they played longer.
And then the lights. Then we're waiting. The lights come down, and then
That fucking video.
there's a video playing
Oh,
on the big
God.
screen, okay.
What the fuck was it? Jerry and Cat super fans or something like
No,
that?
it was Jimmy and Kitty's.
Whatever.
Jimmy and Kitty
I had-
superfans.
I had the J and the K right.
What the fuck
It's a
is this?
video, okay, that they're playing on the big screen right before they come on the show.
It's Sully and Shannon are super fans of Godsmack, and they're dressed up. Sully is a chick,
They're dressed up like groupies,
lipstick and all,
okay.
and they're trying to break into the dressing room.
It's details.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. So Amy just said, so Ryan was turned on.
So it's like a. What do you think? 5-10 minutes? Maybe?
It was probably a solid 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
10-minute video
at
that these
What?
guys put together themselves of all just like
Of
dick
this
and fart jokes.
bullshit.
Now,
Sounds like fucking garbage.
we tell our fair share of dick and fart jokes, but these weren't funny dick and fart
At all.
jokes.
Okay. But anyone who's listening to this show is coming here to listen to us tell dick and fart jokes. No one is going to a Seven Dust and Godsmack show to watch a 10-minute fucking fanboy video.
There were two. I'm glad you left because there was one towards the end too.
No.
Yes.
Okay, wait. Hang on a second, because we saw the video. Brooke is screaming at the top of her lungs, "Turn this shit off." The guy next to us, like picked up on her screaming, and he started chiming in too. He goes, "All right, we get it.
I heard that
Dicks and cocks, cocks and dicks." He said it over and over and over again. Dicks and cocks, cocks and dicks, over and over again until his girlfriend was like, "Stop it, stop it." They start playing. They open with a new song of theirs, 1,000 Horsepower, I think it's called.
Yeah.
It's a terrible mistake for a band named Godsmack.
I'm not a fan of that song.
I'm not a
at
fan
all.
of
I
anything
don't-
off this record at all. It's complete shit.
Lyrically, I would just
Lyrically,
wasn't
it's
too
terrible.
bad.
I don't think that
As
they're
a huge Godsmack fan, I actually had a hard time listening to that album. I'm like, yeah.
Musically,
Okay,
it's good.
all right,
but
so I'm not crazy. Okay, it's
Okay,
just like it's not
not
great.
for that reason.
Okay, so if
maybe I'm not a huge fan of Godsmack, but I like Godsmack, but I think it's a mistake because they've peaked already. They came down and now they've plateaued, hopefully, and they'll stay wherever, but they're not at their peak. You know, like we love Clutch. Clutch is not a popular band. They're popular enough, but you go to a Clutch show and they're like, we're gonna play the entire new album, and people go fucking nuts.
Yeah.
They play the whole album straight through, and it's awesome. And people are just going crazy. There's never a point where everybody gets up and goes to the bathroom.
Well, hang on, strap in because there's more. So they play like they play that song and they play two other songs, and the stage is like really lit.
Oh yeah.
Lit up bright. And I'm like, God damn, what the fuck are they doing? It comes out that they're filming a documentary at the same time. So they're doing all this stuff, a really well-lit stage so they can film it and everything like that. But he's like talking to the crowd a lot. He's like getting them to do stuff. He actually says...
He asked them to climb up on their guy's shoulders.
Well, it's later.
Yeah, but no, like shit, like he was staging moments.
He's like, oh man, this place, man, Poughkeepsie, man, blah, blah, blah. You guys got a really cool fucking town here. And like, he said that, everybody's cheering. I'm like, no, we don't. Like, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
You remember when we went and saw Louis C.K. and he talked about how shitty Poughkeepsie was?
Yeah, Louis C.K. talked about 15 minutes of the beginning of his set was shitting on Poughkeepsie.
About how shitty Poughkeepsie is.
Smart guy.
And then segues into, at least it's not as bad as Highland.
Kingston.
Kingston?
Kingston.
Oh, it was
It
Kingston.
was Kingston.
Ouch.
I'm glad you caught that,
He
because that
just
would have been a corrections
shit
than omissions.
on everybody. I was like, so these guys, I'm like, all right, so you're full of shit. And then they play like a song. And then they like extend the song a little bit. And then he's talking. And it's like kind of like a jam. But it's not really a jam because there's not really much going on.
Because they recorded it 20 years ago.
Huh?
Because they recorded it 15 years ago, and it wasn't all that good then either.
It's just like, and they're just going it. And then they did the song, and then they were asking the women to get on the shoulders of the guys. He's like, I got too much whiskey. I'm just hoping to see some titties.
How great would it be if they got sued because they suggested that and someone hurt their back? I would love that. That'd be totally a thing that would happen in New York.
That'd be totally a thing you'd sue over.
I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
I think you would.
No.
Brooke's saying yes.
No, I completely disagree.
So, they play. Finally, I've just kind of, I've had it, but I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna stick it out. And then they play whatever. How's the chorus go? I'm doing the best I ever did.
Yep.
I'm doing the best that I can.
Go away.
Yeah, go away. Their first single ever. Fantastic song. They started it and they're playing it fast. And that, I was like, come on, guys.
Well,
so they're playing it fast, and then they get to the end, and then they start extending it again. And I'm like, I look at Brooke, and I'm like, I'm out. I'm tapping out. She's like, you're tapping out? I'm like, I'm tapping out. I have to go. I want to go. I want to leave. They're like, oh, I forgot to mention one big thing. And I'm sorry I'm shitting. I know you love Godsmack, and I feel really bad that I'm shitting on them. But I really like Godsmack. I really do. And it was really upset that I saw this concert.
But I feel like he kind of agrees that it wasn't a great show.
I forgot about the start. Going back to the beginning, the start of the video, right? The beginning of...
Video was so bad.
Oh, I forgot something shitty from the beginning of the thing that we were
Right.
talking about, which is all shit.
I wish I had a can. Okay, so like, let's say this is a can of Monster Energy drink, and I'm holding, everybody for who's listening and not seeing the YouTube thing, I'm holding it with 2 fingers and a thumb at the very bottom of the can with the label facing out. On the video,
so product
they
placement.
crack it open and drink, and okay, they drink it with the label facing out, and I went, fucking product placement? I've been watching this for 30 seconds, and I'm seeing product placement for Monster Energy drink.
When I was watching the first thing that popped into my head...
The band made the video.
They made the video, and they play it every show that they play. But when I was watching this video, the first thing that popped into my head was, we will not bow to any sponsor. Nuprin, little, yellow, different.
Yeah, Well done, guys.
It's like people will only do things because they get paid.
That was perfect.
And that's just really sad.
I think at one point during the show, too, I actually leaned into my fiance and went, oh, my God, will he shut the fuck up and play music?
Okay. So I'm not gonna.
he must have.
No. I kind of was reading his vibe when you were talking, like especially when you were apologizing. Like I don't think you were very happy with it.
I
either.
was I'm a huge Godsmack fan, so I was happy with it. But I just wanted him to shut up and sing music. I mean, I came
but
here
you can identify with what he's saying.
Most definitely. Yeah. I was like, I came here to listen to music from my favorite band. How about you shut up and play?
Yeah. I'm used to Seven Dust, Clutch, who are just shoving music down your throat for 2 hours.
I didn't go to this show, but I can identify with what he said. Like, my favorite band used to be Aerosmith,
mm-hmm.
and I've seen them 7 or 8 times.
They do like 2.5 hour shows, right?
Oh yeah, it's incredible when it's incredible.
Well, they got
but when it's bad, it's real bad.
Oh yeah,
yeah. 2.5 hours, and you're like an hour and 15 in. You're like, I kind of want to go, but I'm like a fan, so I'm like, just kind of wish this was over. You know, so that's tough. I get that.
I get
wait
that. Till they play "Shut Up and Dance" and then go.
Yeah, when it's not a good show, it's not a good show. But I remember the last time I saw them, I was like, it was like hour and 15 in, and I was kind of wishing that they were a band that just did an hour and 15 minutes.
That's brutal.
You know, and Aerosmith, they don't do that anymore. I kind of want to see them one more time, but it's done. It's done.
You got to see
Joe Perry threw him off the stage.
You got to see Pink live. That song Pink.
No, that's not Aerosmith.
All right, now I have to ask.
It is my favorite.
I have to ask you, Art, a question. I keep I'm sorry, I keep telling you your name, but I just.
And today it just goes with the fashion.
I have to ask you a question because my step uncle went to the show and he stayed for the whole thing, and he commented on the second half of the show. Like after whatever, I think they came back
they got
out
and
they did like a whole.
They got all their shots.
They did the drum battle like they always do.
Yeah, they got all the shots that the director of whatever the fuck they're doing needed, and then they could actually do a rock show.
So am I to like what was the second half after whatever? What happened?
It was
more talking.
It was pretty much whatever.
It was pretty much it was like a
after whatever.
So it was all garbage.
And then Prop 2 jam session on stage.
Well, they do that drum war thing every time.
Yeah.
Like Shannon's kit comes out and rolls forward and rotates, and there's one behind him that mirrors his completely, and Sully does like all the bongo stuff.
I saw that.
They do that every time.
It was great, but Brooke picked up on it, and I picked up on it, and I just went, oh, these fucking guys. And then she leaned into me and said, are there other tracks underneath what Sully's playing? And I just looked at her and I said, yeah. Because if you were watching what he was playing, there was extra percussion mixed in. With
he definitely wasn't doing all of that.
Yeah. And I was like, that's gross. It's so gross. That's like lip syncing.
And the whole backdrop behind them is a giant screen.
Yeah, it's a giant Megatron.
It's not even like
screen.
So like you can see him like not hitting the drum, and like did you notice that he was playing one drum, then he went to move and it was still going with the drum he just left?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't see this, but do you know Lindsey Buckingham?
Not personally.
Fleetwood Mac. You don't know him personally?
No,
he's
we don't hang out. He's
a wonderful singer.
She's great, right up there.
So live version of Big Love, right? There's 4 guitars going on that song. They're all him looped live.
Yeah. He does the pedal shit.
So he loops 3 different tracks and then plays over top of that and does it all live. The famous version of Big Love is that. It's all him. There's that's when the band goes to fucking do drugs in the back.
Yeah.
And he does Big Love for 6 minutes.
I don't know.
It can be done. And it can be done legitimately, especially with electronics.
He wasn't doing that though.
That's what I'm saying.
It takes time.
He wasn't doing that, but I'm saying like there's a way that it could be legitimate for him to do that.
Right.
But he would have to have set that up with
pedals. So
pedals.
Godsmack is garbage. right?
They're not
this
garbage.
this
I wouldn't
particular
say they're
show.
garbage, they're tough guy.
This particular show
was garbage.
I would argue the show itself was garbage.
Their performance was garbage.
But when
and
they
like, I was mad because I have told other people, like,
So Godsmack made you look bad.
yeah, I'm not fucking
You
joking.
should, that should be. You should put that on a business card. Like Godsmack has made me look bad.
Jenna asked me one
Listen to
time.
my
She
show.
wanted to take her younger sister to see like a rock show. She's like, I want to take her to see like a fucking rock show. She goes to see all these bullshit fucking bands. I want her to see something that fucking rules. And I'm like, everyone has told me that Godsmack basically takes you by the face and rips it off.
They used to.
You know, like their concert is just full contact psychosis the entire time. It's just him screaming, his fucking neck muscles pulsating and shit when he's screaming, sweating, red face the entire time. I was like, I've heard that that's the show to go to. I mean, and I was like super bummed, man. It was lame. I was pretty beat up about it.
I saw them twice.
Hippie Bosch.
I saw them twice.
Super bum man.
In the same place, 12 years apart. I am relatively certain that I saw two different versions of Godsmack.
Ah, God. What? Say that again.
I said I saw Godsmack twice in the same place, 12 years apart, and I maintain I saw two different bands on those nights.
So you've seen them at the
I saw them
Mid-Hudson
at the Civic
Center,
and they did the same thing with the drum war and all that crazy spinning shit and the conga drums and all that ridiculousness. I've seen it before. So I was kind of like,
they haven't changed that in 12 years.
Are they really going to do it again? Like, let's see what happens. And they roll out. I'm like, I mean, they've improved upon it. Like, it's almost like they would continue the other one's drum fill. So that was new. They used to just stop and like challenge the other one.
Yeah.
But now it was a continuous, like it doesn't stop for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It's just
it was
constant
cool as
drums.
shit. It really was cool.
But as far as the
Yeah,
energy that they brought and the way they performed and the way that he more or less was insulting the crowd, like, you're not doing what I want you to do, and I'm telling you to do this, do it now. I saw two different bands on two different nights that are calling themselves Godsmack.
Yeah.
I was not impressed. So I basically paid $60 to see Sidewise and Seven Dust. Sidewise wasn't bad, but I basically paid $60 for Seven Dust to play for an hour and 10 minutes.
Was it an hour and 10?
Do you remember
It was a
last
short
Seven Dust
set.
show I went to, Ryan?
Like, there were songs I was waiting for, and then they're like, okay, we're done. I'm like, the fuck you are? Get back out here and play some more songs, God damn it.
Play, monkey, play.
So, do you remember the last Seven Dust show I went to?
You went to a Seven Dust show?
I did. Yeah, at the Chance.
When? Did you come with me?
Yeah, you were there.
Was it the one where you and Tony were...
You don't remember?
No.
You want to know why?
Was that the...
Because I left before Seven Dust came on.
You cunt. What happened?
The opener stunk, so we went over to the restaurant that's like through a little passageway at the Chance.
Did Brooke...
Hang on. I'll tell the story. You'll know.
Okay.
So we won tickets through the radio. It was like, I think it was WRV. Won tickets. We go. We're at the Seven Dust show. Opener sucks, so we go through the little hallway to what the fuck's the name of that restaurant
The
next
Nutty
door?
Irishman.
Nutty Irishman, and ate some nachos, and we watched an interesting documentary about a female free diver who died, and it was very depressing.
Good.
And then we went back through, and everyone was chanting Seven Dust, and we're like, we're going to go. And we went home, because I didn't care about Seven Dust and wanted to go home.
I remember when you and Tony went to go see Seven Dust.
I get that, but it was just kind of like, this is loud, and I don't like any of these people. I'm going to go.
Brooke fell... Did she have a cast on her thumb?
Oh, I don't know. What?
But, she...
Oh, I thought you said the cat
do a
took
show.
a shit. Hey, this is what happens when you invite people into your home.
Yeah, that's not happening ever again. You are all not allowed back. Especially you.
You're gonna do this by yourself?
No.
Do you remember when you and Tony went to go see Seven Dust, and it was when Alice in Chains came with them, and Morgan couldn't get across the Canadian border? and they were shitting all over Seven Dust over radio, and you and Tony went to the front and just sat there and flipped Jerry Cantrell off for like the whole set.
I wasn't there for that.
Maybe Tony went by himself, but Tony said that
Probably.
he basically he muscled his way to the front and stood basically like with his feet on the fucking guardrail and looked up at Jerry Cantrell the whole time like,
Are you sure it was Alice in Chains?
yeah. It was when they picked up their new singer.
No shit.
I
wasn't
I
at
don't
that
like
one.
Jerry Cantrell as a person either.
He's kind of a douche.
Yeah.
I also love the fact that Tony used to rub in my face that he was on the Tommy Lee fan club. And he went to
He loves the worst
I would
music.
I would rub that in someone's face that they were on the Tommy Lee fan
But
club.
if you know Tony, you're awesome, by the way. He walked by a whole line of
Not if
people
you're in
that
the
were
Tommy Lee fan
waiting
club.
online to get in. He's like, "What's everybody waiting for?" Like, Tommy Lee sayonara. It's like, "Oh yeah, no shit." Pulls out his like Tommy Lee like fan club pass and walks by all of them and went right in.
I hate him. I hate him. I've grown to hate him as a human being.
Well, you know he's not listening, so say whatever you want.
Yeah, he's that makes him even bigger piece of shit. Son of a bitch. I don't see him ever. The only time he could hear my voice possibly is to listen to this show. And is he listening?
Probably
no.
not.
Definitely
no,
not.
he's not. He's such a cunt.
He used to come to the radio station, sit on the couch, look at the clock, and go, "Yeah, I'm not going to class today."
All right.
Took 4 classes, had 4 Fs.
Yeah, Terry was part of the DCC thing.
Which we did not get into.
Yeah, we didn't get into. We're about.
We're probably over.
You
We're
need
there,
to
yeah.
dig in to this show and listen to the fucking audio of him.
Episode 10, part 1 and 2.
He fucking right off the top of his head. He's so ashamed. It's right there.
I have a couple clips. Right
He's
here.
not really ashamed.
Throw it
though.
on. Throw it on there.
Not that everybody
Do it.
can
I don't
see,
have
but
it.
one of my favorite moments
have
from
it?
our show, he had skipped a music class that he had at like 9 o'clock, and our show was at 10 o'clock on Monday, and he skipped the class. I don't even remember what the reason was, but you were particularly proud of it. He's like, "Yeah, I just didn't go." And I used to sit by the window.
Yeah, I don't have it.
So the teacher whose class he skipped happened to walk by the window, and he backpedaled and kind of looked at him, and he's in mid sentence. He's like, "Yeah, so I take over," and he just stopped, and he's just like, his eyes like popped out of his head. I'm like, I didn't see him. He told me later. He's like, "Dude, fucking Jeff just walked by the window." I'm like, "Shit."
It's so funny how quickly you let go of that as an adult in college. I go to Dutchess right now. Right? I skip a class. I see my teacher later on. Oh, no, I just had something going on that was more important than your class.
Oh no,
I'm sorry, but
he didn't give a shit. It was just
Yeah.
like in that quick second, he's like,
But yeah, you have
like
that.
he knows
as-
what's
as
coming
a,
next.
As a,
Like,
what
fuck.
a 19-year-old person, you're like, oh god, I skipped
Yeah,
there.
the
Oh
teacher-
god, oh god, oh god, oh god.
Well, no, I wasn't. I didn't have that. I didn't have that mentality at first. The reason why I got all wide-eyed and scared that I saw Jeff was because weeks previous I had skipped his class. I had been regularly skipping his class because it was just boring as shit. I was walking with Tony. This fucker, I didn't even have a class scheduled at the time I was in the school. And we walked by his room. That motherfucker stopped class, ran out into the hall, and
He's like, hi Ryan.
no, he scolded us.
Yeah.
Scolded us.
We talked about that too.
About missing the thing. He's just like, Ryan, Tony, you missed a big test last week. And Tony goes, oh. He looks at me and he goes, oh. What's up? And then we walk away. I was like, I didn't think we. I was like, I graduated high school. I'm not allowed to get yelled at by teachers anymore. What the fuck is that? And then from then on, I was like terrified of this guy.
Like nowadays, it's kind of like teachers like, could you please come to class? Like
Flamenco
please,
Jeff.
Please
This
come to class.
Motherfucker stopped his class, swung the door open, stood there, mad dogging us, yelling down the hall. We weren't like, I wasn't like from, here, we were down the
weird.
hall. He was yelling at us, pointing. You missed a big test last week. Okay. Okay, guy.
It's just
I-
like you do
I
understand
pay.
this is
So I'll
like,
take it this week?
This is college, but it's college transitioning to real college.
Yeah, I get it.
is.
It's 13th grade.
Yeah, it's
Harvard on the Hudson.
Which is why I
whatever you
didn't do
wanna call it.
well. Because I was like, I'm in college.
you didn't
I'm
do
in
well
quote
'cause you were
unquote
a
college
teenager
now. I can
and
do
you were
whatever the fuck I
prepared for the
want.
world.
Yeah.
You know, I do well in college because I'm an adult person.
It's. I went to
Amy
that.
does well in college because she's too adult for her age. Yeah.
A
Crazy
hush,
smart.
A hush falls over the crowd.
He put you on the spot on the show and
Yeah.
on camera.
Yeah. She can't even rebut. Rebutte. Is that it?
Like Butt Montana.
Are we done?
We're done after
Done.
that. After stumbling over a rebut. Yeah.
But I don't.
It was just a
still
subtle
don't know
reach
what
of the
it
button.
is.
It's not rebute. I'll tell you.
What
that
is
much. It's rebut.
Is it?
Yes.
Rebuttal. Rebuttal.
Rebut.
Allow me to rebut.
It doesn't.
It's
sound
in a beer
right.
pong game. The
It just
rebuttal.
doesn't sound right.
And allow me to rebut.
Rebut.
Allow me
does
to
not sound-
rebut. That's what
Rebute sounds more legitimate.
they say that in Canada, maybe, but not in
Rebut.
America.
Rebut.
Let me rebut.
Rebut sounds ridiculous.
Hold on, guys. I just have to finish rebutting this.
But that sounds a little bit better than I.
Sorry, I
rebut.
missed your class. I had to
I
rebut something.
your remark.
Pardon me while I
rebut your remark.
Rebut the rest of the show.
Pardon me while I rebut. All right.
It all sounds terrible.
Hyde Park Paranormal Hunters. Hyde Park Paranormal Hunters on Facebook. Check them out. If you have something that goes bump in the night, are you guys still on call or what?
You bet your ass we are.
Yeah, I think we can work something out.
All right. So
Send a Facebook message. Send an email. We'll answer.
if the mud fairy
I
is waking you up
definitely
at
think.
night,
Okay. I definitely think that we should do something, because
The mud
I
fairy.
could definitely do HD video. Ryan can do some audio stuff.
I don't want to do anything more
No,
than this
no.
right here.
Well, that's because you're lazy and
I'll
terrible.
come and hang out.
Sure, man.
That's fine.
I'll get my I'll let my arm get cold and I'll get
We used to have guests come with us all the time.
erotically asphyxiated by a ghost.
So
That's
when
a
he
good
says
title,
I'll,
right?
when he
That's a
says
good
I'll
title.
come
Dude,
and hang
it's not
out,
like he
it's
fucking
emphasis on
tightened a
cum.
belt around my throat and hung me from a
Yeah,
closet.
You didn't catch that,
I've-
Ryan?
what?
It's
No.
your earphones. It's fine.
I have two titles for this
when you
show
listen to,
right now.
okay. So I don't want
Is
to.
this where we hashtag the title of the
Repeating
show?
a joke is just the worst thing ever. But
So
you
don't.
just missed it. You just
Shut up.
Then listen to the last half of the show. No, it's because you missed it. You weren't paying attention.
So I have two titles
I
for the
said
show.
when you said you would come and check it out, emphasis on come. It would have been good, right? It
cum
would have been
joke.
nice. It would have been great. You weren't fucking paying attention.
Hey, I heard it the first time around. We're all good.
I can't hear.
Okay, I have two titles for the show. I want to vote here. It's either erotically asphyxiated by a ghost or the mud fairy.
I hate both of them.
Okay, so we'll figure something else out.
I'm not
Amy has her
really,
hand
a
up.
fan of either one.
No, I don't know how to spell
All right.
asphyxiated.
Autocorrect.
The question from our audience. The
question.
question from our audience is: does Ryan know how to spell asphyxiated?
I
Pretty sure there's
absolutely
an
don't
X
know.
in there
I
somewhere.
want to hear you try it.
Asphyxiated?
I think it's asphyxiated.
Can I write it down?
No.
No.
No. Asphyxiated.
Asphyxiated. Okay. It's got.
Can one of you pronounce it right?
It's choking, so I'm thinking an E. So like
There's an E in there.
esophagus.
You got okay. So there's an
starts with
E
an
in
E?
there, which
Does
is
it start
what
with an E?
40% of the English language. E in there.
No. It starts with an E. It was a.
No,
It's A.
it's an A.
Oh.
It's
Alright.
A-S. That's all I'm giving you.
Okay. A-S. P-H.
Uh-huh. no.
Y.
Oh, I'm surprised.
X.
Oh my God.
I A. Wait. It's my X.
No, that's it's
I A T E D.
Pretty sure that's wrong, but I might have been laughing over it.
Spell it again.
Hold on.
I already have it up.
There was a Y in there. I think you missed.
P H Y X I A. Yeah, that's what I said. I A T E D. That's what I said.
I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to defer to you because I don't remember.
But it doesn't matter because I started with an E.
That's true.
It's choking, so it's esophagus. So I'm gonna say E.
It's asphyxiated.
But that was logical, right?
Yeah.
That was a logical thing to do.
Because it's
except
pronounced
you don't breathe through
it's
your
pronounced
esophagus.
with an ah.
You can all go take a
Asphyxiated.
shit in your hats. Take a shit in your hat.
No one's
Leave my
wearing
hat
a hat.
alone.
No one here's wearing a hat.
And put some gravy on the taters.
All right. Follow us and subscribe. Follow
Or
us on
don't. I don't care.
Yeah. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. Dead Radio Podcast.
If you're listening, you already know how to find us.
Yeah. And if you don't, go back to like episode 30 where I still gave a shit about doing all this and fast forward to the end and listen to my rant at the end.
Eddie, do you guys have plugs? 'Cause
no
they
one
haven't
cares.
heard that. Because that's what we started with.
Just
and
check out
for
the
some reason
Facebook.
it was a spelling thing.
Just check out the Facebook page. It's Hyde Park Paranormal Hunters. We're on Facebook. The website has been long taken down, but we all use the Facebook, so we can get to you there.
All right.
All right.
Adam Patain Photography.
Mm-hmm. Always.
.com?
Job today.
.org.
Huh? No,
.org.
it's .com. AdamPatainPhotography.com.
Fancy pants. With a .com and not a .net.
No. Very fancy. Squarespace. If you guys want to do a new website, it's nice. It's cheap. Anywho.
All right, so Squarespace is listening. We're,
Definitely.
We're willing.
I would
to
happily advertise for them.
We're willing to advertise.
Certain things are a huge pain in the ass, but Becky, she who shall not be named,
God damn you,
managed to launch a website that I helped her with on Squarespace. So.
Yeah. Is it called psychoticbitch.com?
No, it's for her charity that she works for.
Oh. Psychoticbitch.org.
Oh.
How about that? Psychoticbitch.org. All right, let's go.
Goodbye.
Later.
Good. Thank you guys for coming. It was
Thanks for having us.
interesting, to say the least.